888-737-7770. Wired right at a fair price.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine! Cougars, go time on a football Friday. We got a big show today. We got a big weekend coming up. My hunger is building for breakfast at Tops. 9:30 kick. Big game. What a test from so many different standpoints. E.T., let me ask you. Good morning, sir.
What's happening?
Who so far this year on each side of the football for our Jacksonville Jaguars, which unit has performed better, do you think, the offense or the defense?
I'm going to go with the defense. Yeah, I'm going to go with the defense.
Okay. And tallying one more thing here. You wouldn't be totally wrong. I don't disagree with that. Jaguars offense is 16th in the NFL in yards. The Jaguars defense, 17th in the NFL in yards. But when it comes to scoring, the Jags defense is 12th. The Jags offense is 20th. Ironically, those are basically the same number, 20 a game. My point in this is, and by the way, if you look at the Buffalo Bills in total offense, total defense, scoring defense, the Bills are number 2 in the NFL in scoring defense, giving up 13 a game. The Bills are number 6 in total yards. That's offensively. Go to the defensive side of the ball. The Bills, who, by the way, I'll remind you, play the Dolphins, who are this, the cheat code so far this year. The Bills are 6th in total offense by yard and 2nd in total offense, in scoring offense. So this is what it boils down to. The Jags are scoring 20. They're giving up 20. The Bills are scoring 34. They're giving up 13. We're going to find out about that defense this weekend. They haven't faced a unit that is rolling like this Bills offense is, particularly these last 3 weeks after kind of a clunker in the opener. What a test for what has seemed like an improved Jaguars defense. I'm with you, E. I would have very quickly, which unit has performed better, and forget the total yard stat. The defense has been better than the offense, man. I mean, it just has. It's forced turnovers. Look, the turnover margin is positive for the Jags. There's a lot of little analytical stats that are kind of in the Jags' favor that would imply that we'd be 3-1 rather than 2-2, with this kind of feeling that we're scuffling along. If the defense can step up this week and the offense can just get humming a little bit better, it would behoove us, because this is the ultimate litmus test here. We've gotten off to a 2-2 start. The Jags offense, I don't think is going to score more than 20, 24 points. Do you, E.T.?
No, I don't.
It doesn't feel like it, right? I mean, we've talked all week about that Bills defense, what a challenge it's going to be for the offense, and we've forgotten about that other real explosive side of the ball. I've dropped this stat earlier in the week, but no team in NFL history has lost their opener and then won the next 3 games by at least 28 points. No team has done that. The Bills have done it by, last week a dang near point a minute offense, scored 48 on the Dolphins. The Jaguars' defense is in for a test. They know it. They know the challenge that is presented. You're going to hear from defensive coordinator Mike Caldwell. Also going to hear from offensive coordinator Press Taylor this week. But just ask Doug Peterson the kind of challenge that he has. You see, he gets to sit and contemplate both of those really tough matchups, right? The defensive coordinator, Mike Caldwell, is going to try like the Dickens to control Josh Allen. The offensive coordinator, Press Taylor, is going to try and move the chess pieces to some effectiveness, especially in red zone and third down, to score enough points. And then there's Doug Peterson sitting in the middle, knowing exactly what's coming at him Sunday morning, 9:30 Eastern time.
Absolutely. This is a great football team. Great quarterback, obviously. Well coached. Obviously the fingerprints of Coach McDermott on this defense and what they're doing. It's a challenge for us. And, it's something that we can learn maybe from that Chiefs game. Preparation, hard work, all of that going into this week. Just know that our guys will be, they'll be ready, for Sunday and look forward to the opportunity.
I love it when he drops in little hints to the psychology he's using with his football team. Did you catch the hint there? There was a hint buried in the middle of that long Doug Peterson explanation of just exactly what the challenge the Buffalo Bills bring. He dropped a little hint in there. He said, hopefully we learned something from the Kansas City week, the effort and intensity. Did you hear what he said?
Hopefully we learn from the Kansas City game.
Yeah, the effort and intensity.
Uh-huh.
In other words, what did we talk about earlier? We talked about it yesterday, didn't we? This team is now twice in situations you think they'd be extra fired up. They've come out a little flat. They did it against the Chiefs and lost, and then the very next week, in what needed to be a get-well game, they did it again against the Texans.
2 weeks in a row.
So there's just a little, again, there's no analytic to coach psychology. They don't give you that one when they're ranking the coaches. I suppose it's part of like their overall countenance and the entity that these coaches become. Certainly psychology is a part of it. And we've, over-referenced the instances last year where Doug Peterson was swimming upstream a little bit from what the common thinking was and some of the things in the way that he motivated his football team. And so that tells me he's really drilling into their head. You better come out and bring it. You better play with your pants on fire for 60 minutes, okay? This is too good a football team to go out there with anything other than that mentality. And so hopefully the old metaphor that you can learn something in a loss will help the Jaguars coming up Sunday morning. But, yeah, breakfast at Tottenham. What is it, bangers and mash? What do they eat over there, that godforsaken food? Just give me a McMuffin. I'll be cool. Man, we lost a great one yesterday. All right. This is all you need to know about Dick. Everything about this man was badass. Dick Butkus, excuse my somewhat coarse language, was a badass man. He was a bad man. In an era where toughness and physicality was glorified, glamorized, and valued in the NFL, there was not a badder ass than badass Dick Butkus. Twice Defensive Player of the Year in his career, 8 times a Pro Bowler, and like many of the era, that physical style of play didn't lead to long careers. I'm watching LeBron James training camp vid yesterday. The Lakers working out. That man's 39 years old. Can I get a DNA test, man? That brother looks like he's 25 years old, ET, getting up and down the court. 39 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dick Butkus retired. You ready? Due to injuries, wear and tear, 31.
Wow.
31, you're signing a $68 million contract in today's NFL. I was trying to think of a comparison to what Dick Butkus is. He doesn't exist. I can't point to someone in today's NFL. I can't point to someone in the recent NFL. You know what? He didn't have the speed, but he had the same impact, ferocity, and overall respect as maybe Ray Lewis, Mike Singletary, Brian Urlacher. Who is that guy in the league right now? He's not there, is he? Who is that bad A middle linebacker, impose his will, decleat you if you run up the middle linebacker? I don't think he's in the league right now.
Yeah, I don't know when the last time that guy was in the league.
Yeah, that position, per se. Now, we got some
we got
Hellraisers
some
coming
guys,
from the edge, right? But now it's the outside linebacker who is the star. Not that middle linebackers still don't have their place, but we haven't had that. And don't mistake what I'm saying.
It used to be that Patrick Willis, that Luke Kuechly.
There you go.
That guy, those guys.
Puzz.
Puzz was that guy.
And Dick Butkus did not have the athleticism of Urlacher and Ray Lewis. Mike Singletary is probably the best example. And he, ironically, played the same position for the same team with that same kind of mindset and grit and physicality. But it's interesting in listening to the greats of his era talk about Dick Butkus. And this isn't always an easy legacy to live when you are recognized as maybe one of the most ferocious, aggressive, violent players in the league. Nobody called him dirty. Wasn't a cheap shot guy. Wasn't a late hit guy. Wasn't a dirty guy. He was a disconnect your upper body from your sternum when you came his way. He was a bad ass, boys. The top linebacker in college football, high school football, in the NFL, do you know this? Takes home an award. Do you know all three levels of the sport of football? The highly most decorated, most recognized high school linebacker, the college linebacker of the year, and there is such a thing as the linebacker of the year in the NFL. They all take home the Dick Butkus Award. Enough said. And lo and behold, if the Chicago Bears didn't channel his spirit last night, Butkus along the way went Joe Namath a few times when he came to his beloved Bears. Butkus played at the University of Illinois. Went to the Chicago Bears in the draft, E.T., one pick before. Gale Sayers went to the Chicago Bears. That's kind of credentials he came into the league with. Both of those guys, Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Both of them played short careers, too.
Yeah, both had short careers. Both careers. Again, Butkus was just like, because you just took a hammer and you hammered him enough times till finally stuff got brittle and broke, and poor Gale Sayers had the kind of knee injury that today they come back from. But back then there was no coming back from. But back to the Bears on Thursday Night Football, who channeled some inner Dick Butkus and put it on the Commanders. That one was surprising. As I'm watching this game unfold last night, you know which team popped into my mind? In addition to the Bears and Commanders I'm watching, the team that popped into my mind as I watched the way the game unfolded, and here's how that happened. 27-3 Bears at half. Blistered them. The DJ Moore pickup is looking brighter and brighter. 2 straight weeks now. This guy has combined for over 400 yards receiving and now 5 touchdowns. That's the kind of impact DJ Moore has had. And Justin Fields suddenly has had back-to-back weeks where he looks like a top 5 quarterback. I don't know what in the hockey sticks happened between the first 3 and the last 2. But DJ Moore, that's one thing that happened. But the Bears lead 27-3 at the half. And as the second half comes out and starts and Washington gets the ball on the kickoff and they proceed to drive downfield, they score, get the 2-point conversion. It's 27-11. And the football team that popped into my mind was the Denver Broncos. You know why? 2 weeks ago, the Broncos played Washington at home. The Broncos had a 21-3 lead in the third quarter. The Broncos came all the way back and won the football game. I'm sorry, the Commanders. Washington came all the way back and won the football game. Denver led Washington 21-3. Washington came back to win. The next week, Denver went to Chicago. The Bears led the Broncos 28-7 in the third quarter and let the Broncos come back to win. So I got one team that came back from 18 in the second half to beat the Broncos, playing against a team that blew a 21-point lead in the second half against the Broncos. And I'm scratching my head thinking, surely the Bears are not going to blow this football game. 27-11, 27-14. Bears get a field goal 30-14, still 9 minutes to go. Washington scores another touchdown 30-20. They missed an opening on a 2-point conversion. It failed. Bears go on to tack on another long DJ Moore touchdown. He had 3 last night and over, 230 yards receiving. They beat the Commanders 40-20. It had to be the spirit of Dick Butkus. The Bears had lost 14 straight games. It's a short list of NFL teams that have double-digit games-long losing streaks and then break that losing streak with a 20-plus point win. It's a short list, gang. But the Bears did it last night. It was all about DJ Moore, who just absolutely went off. And by the way, he absolutely went off last week against the Broncos. You know who one of the owners of the Commanders is?
Magic.
Magic wasn't happy.
No.
Magic gave him the NBA treatment. You see NBA players and coaches and formers, you see them weigh in on Twitter over outcomes or performances a lot more than you see NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Would you agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
Well, Magic just went full-blown, NBA. I don't want to point out the obvious, boys, but we came out flat and uninterested, down 27-3 at the half. I called him out, said no fire, I think was the actual term that was used. All right, so the baseball playoffs are set. We got a big 4-game setup tomorrow. Let me give you the key. I'm going to boil it down for Braves-Phillies. Braves fans, gather your families around the radio as the preeminent Braves expert, the man who carries the banner for the entirety of the First Coast, weighs in. We're up broadcasting, booming at you live. By the way, did you see what the low temperature is forecast to be on Monday?
Ain't like 50 degrees?
48 degrees, they're saying on Monday.
What's going on?
Bring it, don't sing it. We're going up to 81. Sounds like a beautiful day to me. But listen, we are coming at you from the best city on the planet. Nowhere I'd rather be than Jacksonville, FLA. And we got a fun day of Friday-ness coming your way. It includes a visit with the the quarterback whisperer. We need a stud at quarterback this weekend. We got the QB whisperer. Denny Thompson will join us. Cat weighs in for this week's 5-pack. I don't know who needs a win more, the Jags in London or your boy here in the 5-pack. We got a couple. We forgot matching wits with Molly yesterday. I don't know how that got by the goalie, but we'll cue that up for another chance for a listener to earn a foursome at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course. And much more as we take you through a Friday and count you down into a terrific weekend. 641-1010. That's the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Also, the phone number here to the 1010XL studios. You can reach us old school via the email at thedrill@1010XL.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. It's back-to-back in Great Britain.
Calvin Ridley against his old team.
The Jags look to turn out the lights on the high-powered Buffalo Bills.
Lights out in London.
And that ought to do it.
Jaguars, Bills, all the way from the UK. Sunday morning at 9:30 on 1010XL.
And the Jags are going to win. The Jags are going to win.
Home of the Jaguars.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Are you afraid to buy your next car? Well, have no fear because Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet offer Beaver's not-so-scary pricing. There's no monsters popping up in your rearview mirror with Beaver's peace of mind warranties. Check out thousands of vehicles for sale online and get answers to all your questions with no tricks and all the treats. I promise our team will take away all those fears. Just come see Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville for Beaver's not-so-scary pricing.
Hey sports fans, it's Hayes Carline for QC Kinetics. The future of joint pain relief is here. It's QC Kinetics, advanced regenerative medicine. This is amazing stuff. If you've been told more steroids or surgery are your only options, don't be so fast. Get a second opinion and learn more about how you can harness your body's own healing agents to attack that joint pain. You've got to go see QC Kinetics. You can call to set up a free consultation at Mandarin or Ponte Vedra locations at 904-274-5522. Again, 274-5522. Imagine living your life this fall with no more pain in your knees, your hips, shoulders, back, with no drugs, no downtime, and no surgery. Look, life is about motion. and QC Kinetics is giving people their lives back with these all-natural treatments. Again, give them a call. 904-274-5522. That's QC Kinetics.
Get into your comfort zone career at AC Designs. We're hiring certified HVAC technicians and offering up to $2,000 in sign-on bonuses, paid time off, and paid holidays. Voted Jacksonville's best AC and heating company. We're the family-owned business you can call home. Join our team with paid health benefits, 401k matching, competitive pay, and more. Apply online at acdesignsinc.net/careers.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
If you weren't on the radio, I would never radio.
When you hear a great guest on 1010XL, tell your friends they can catch the replay on demand.
It's all at 1010XL.com.
Brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Win cash prizes at UnderdogFantasy.com.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Football season finally upon us, and with that comes cooler weather. If you've been wanting to upgrade your outdoor living space, you should call the experts at Lifetime Enclosures now. From glass lanais to screened-in enclosures, Lifetime Enclosures and Flooring is the best in the business, so give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mike Dempsey for Tire Outlet. Are you looking for the best deal on your next set of tires? Tire Outlet never falls flat. We offer the best selection, best quality, and best prices on tires so that you can find the right ones for your vehicle. With over 40 years of experience, 15 locations across Florida, and a legendary price match guarantee, you can trust that your vehicle is in great hands. Our skilled technicians are ready to maintain and repair your vehicle to keep it operating its best. Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Tire Outlet. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Coming Saturday, October the 21st, Bethune-Cookman football returns to Jacksonville's Everbank Stadium. BCU versus Southern. Get your tickets to see BCU Wildcats host a Southern University in their first matchup since 2006 with a special halftime performance from the Marching Wildcats and the SU Human Jukebox. Tickets are on sale now. BCU versus Southern, October the 21st at Everbank Stadium. Info at jacksonvince.com. Get your tickets now.
What is the oldest bridge here in Jacksonville? The answer next.
How long has it been since you compared homeowners' insurance rates? Log on to southernoak.com to get an instant quote or find an agent near you.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
The Acosta Bridge, originally known as the Yellow Monster, was finished in 1921. Just celebrated its 100th birthday.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
If your lawn is not as green as you'd like, it's time to go orange by calling Orange Environmental Services, Jacksonville's highest quality pest control for over 45 years. Frank Frangie here. I've trusted Orange Environmental to take care of our home's pest control needs for years. With the Orange Shield Protection Plan for your home or office, you can relax knowing Orange Environmental will handle pest control, termite control, and mosquito control. Orange Environmental has been giving Northeast Florida peace of mind from bug problems since 1972. Call them today at 272-3284.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line. Now, Captain Kevin Favors Fishing Report. Brought to you by Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service. On 1010XL.
Oh, it's such an underrated time of the year to fish. If you're tuned into the fishing forecast and the outdoor show, I'm sure you know that. Maybe you're just joining us here this morning. You fish recreationally. We'll bring in the expert, my good buddy Captain Kevin Favor. And yeah, Kev, as these temperatures start to drop and that water temper lowers, it can fire these fish up. It's like they know they've got like a good last eating opportunity, it seems like.
Yeah, we nobody's really fished much this week.
Yeah.
Now, and I say that. I mean, there's been a Chip Wingo and Captain Leon Dana. Those guys fishing around Palm Valley and stuff, and they've had a great week. It's been the water temperature is 78, 77, 78, just like what we talked about 2 weeks ago. And with this cold front coming through, it's probably going to drop it in the mid-70s, which is perfect for inshore fishing. So it's and the mullet run still, it's going to wane off, but this is going to be the last push. So if you want a last chance to catch tarpon around the inlets, it's going to be a great weekend for that. Just watch out for that wind. I mean, it's supposed to. I mean, I canceled for today. It's supposed to go north at 15 to 20, and you and I have been doing this long enough to know that north wind is a due north wind is the hardest wind to fish in a ditch. When it's blowing straight north like that. So, but it's going to be good this weekend, but the conditions aren't going to be perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But we are getting to a time of year where things will pick. What is your best bet then? I mean, just to keep it landlocked this weekend.
So a couple things. You've got the Bull Red tournament is tomorrow, which is called Full of Bull. Obviously I wouldn't do that, but this is a great time of year to catch the Bull Reds around the bridges and stuff like that. And we talked about this on the forecast show last night. We haven't had any low tides, Jeff, because it's been blowing northeast for 10 days now. So most of the fish that are being caught, you got to find some place to get out of the wind, but it's around docks, it's around bridges. A lot of people are they're soaking, like a quarter chunk of a crab, something like that. So it's not like sexy fishing, you know what I mean? Yeah. You're literally taking a fish finder rig, throwing it out there, and sitting and waiting. But that has been the most productive fishery that we've had this week. Like I said, trying to stay out of the wind, find a good spot around a bridge or a dock on a high clean water. So, yep.
We took a 4-day weekend. We met some friends over at Perdido Key, which is just like at the tip of the peninsula of Florida, just like Florida-Bama line pretty much. And I was super disappointed because I took the fishing stuff. I mean, it would have just been like a one-off, but man, I've never seen the Gulf look like the Atlantic, like it did over there, and just choppy and waves and super windy, and the water was dirtier than normal. So I ended up just leaving them in the truck.
I've never been over there fishing, and I'm going to. Because I have so many friends of mine that go over there and just absolutely love it.
It's a great fishery. Especially awesome that area over there from Orange Beach to back towards Panama City even. There's so many. Yeah. You can catch so much there. I mean, there's places you can stand there. You can fish on this side and catch a largemouth bass and turn around and fish over there and catch a sea trout. It's crazy. Yeah,
that's cool stuff. So I heard you talking and said you never watched an hour of the Ryder Cup.
I turned. Now, part of that, in fairness to the Ryder Cup and to propriety, is that I was away on vacation all weekend, and then I got in the car and drove home and watched the Jags in the morning, and they were losing. But I'm definitely more turned off to just the whole pro golf thing than I've ever been.
It's funny the same way. Yeah, and you know how.
Yeah, we're the same that way.
Much of a golf enthusiast I am, and it's always been one of my favorite events to watch, and I didn't watch any of it.
Yeah. I think there's some factors. One, we were choking as usual if we're away from here, and two, the timing is. I mean, they're starting at 2 a.m. It's just I don't. It just and when you're behind, when you get up that first day and you see you're down like 6.5 to 1.5, it's like
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm with you on that one.
Kind of strange.
Outdoor show tomorrow.
Outdoor show tomorrow. Obviously, Locke will be joining us from over the pond.
Now, does that crazy so-and-so do any fishing over there?
I actually had talked to him about that, and no, he hasn't done any fishing over there.
Yeah, I figured no, but you never know, man. He's got it in his blood, that's for sure.
You know what? If there's something you can catch and take a cool picture, you got to do it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we can catch the Bills this Sunday morning. I'd take that. That'd be a whopper.
Well, wouldn't that be? I don't like the chances.
No, I'm pessimistic too. But look, I mean, the NFL's a fickle bird, man.
Weird, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, look last night. The Bears lost 14 in a row. Can't get out of their own way and just scored 40 and torched the Commanders in a road win. Go figure.
Yeah, so I watched. I just watched the score on my phone. I was like, wow, they're killing them. So,
yep. All right, my man.
Good stuff. All right, buddy. You have a great weekend.
All right, we'll see. All right, let's turn our attention real quick. We got 4 games tomorrow. When your team plays. Talking baseball now in the division series. This is where the pressure ratchets up. The teams that won their wild card round are 1 round closer. The teams that sat and waited, the top 2 in each league, have to be a little concerned, right? I mean, there's a little bit of a rest versus rust question you have in your mind. For the Braves, it's the Phillies. Twice they played in the postseason. Twice the Phillies have won series. Once in the NLCS way back in the 90s. Last year in the NLDS. If you're trying to put your finger on what will equal a Braves win in this series, what will reverse what happened last year, if you're trying to put your finger on it, you're using the right metaphor. I'm going to say between all of the homers and all of the successes of both the Phillies and Braves. By the way, the Braves offense, historic this year, since August 1st, the Phillies have matched them offensively. They've hit the same amount of home runs. The Braves just a handful more runs. So the Phillies have been mashing really for the last couple of months. They come in as potent as that record-setting Braves offense. The Phillies bullpen is full of hard throwers, swing and miss guys. The Phillies bullpen is better than the Braves bullpen. The Phillies have 2 frontline starters in Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler that helped them beat the Braves a year ago, that are a dominant 1-2 punch. The Phillies are more than formidable. I wouldn't put them very far behind the Dodgers if you ask me, and tough outs on your way. I mean, if you're going to win a World Series, you're going to have to get through the toughest outs in baseball to do it. So to put a finger on the Braves' chances, it is exactly accurate to use the word finger. Max Fried, who is arguably the best pitcher remaining in the postseason. Max Fried has been overshadowed by the Braves offense and the player moves of Freeman and Swanson and the bullpen doing great in the World Series a couple of years ago, and then his own injuries limiting him at times to fewer starts than a full season would allow. Nobody's been better. This dude is thrown to like a 2.2 ERA going back the last 2.5 seasons. Didn't play, missed far too many games this year with a couple of different injuries. He had that forearm strain that scared you to death that he was going to miss the entire season. And if that were the case, 1, the Braves may not be in the exact position they're in, and 2, they certainly would not have the hope this postseason that they would have if Max Fried pitches. Understand, Max Fried only made 14 starts this year. Dude went 8-1 with a 2.55 ERA. That 2.55 ERA, a run better than any other starter for a Braves starting unit that was top 5 in pitching ERA. Spencer Strider will start game 1. He has 20 wins, 281 strikeouts, and can qualify this year as the ace. But the ace of the staff, make no mistake, is Max Fried, the veteran left-hander who in the clinching game of the World Series a couple of years back threw 6 scoreless innings, 1 hit allowed. This dude is nails, but he's got a blister on his left pointer finger. It caused him to leave his last start now about 3 weeks ago. He has been on the mend. He threw a simulated game earlier this week. And so the Braves are going to have the opportunity, the way the series is set up. The way the series is set up, both teams will have the opportunity. Nola and Wheeler each going to pitch 2 games. Strider and Fried are each going to pitch 2 games. Imperative, sure, that Spencer Strider wins tomorrow night. And he did go 3-0 against the Phillies this year. He was dominant against them. Now, he got blasted out of the postseason by those Philly bats last year. But Strider went into last postseason injured, and you can only hope he can replicate what he's been able to do against the Phillies this year, because then that will send Max Fried to the mound in Game 2 of the series. Strider and Fried will also pitch 2 games apiece in the series. So you're going to have the Phillies 2 aces pitching 4 of the 5. You're going to have the Braves 2 aces pitching 4 of the 5, should it come down to that. If Max Fried's left index finger does not blister, if it does not crop up again, I think the Braves will win the series. If it does, I think they won't. If Max Fried has to leave Game 2 with a blister and can't pitch again in the series, the Phillies are going to beat the Braves for the second straight year in the divisional series. So trying to put a finger on this matchup, there's your answer. That finger is on Max Fried's left hand. And if it stays healthy, it's amazing. All the major catastrophic injuries you can have in sports, what a blister can do to a pitcher. And he's not the first one to be befallen by this in regular and postseason Major League history. You know, as he threw a simulated game and got ready, he's allowed to wear a Band-Aid on his finger. You can't you can't have that Band-Aid on your finger in a game.
Word?
Yeah, a pitcher can't wear a Band-Aid on his finger. It changes the properties of the baseball skin, the baseball contact. That's right.
Wow.
So, going to have to hold up. I don't know what they do. They used to look. I don't know if you can do this either. You can put some sort of adhesive, something that hardens the skin. I don't know
Maybe
what you can do.
Glue or something.
Yeah, but again, the glue, I'm pretty sure they're not going to let you use because it changes the tackiness of what you can do with the baseball.
That's crazy.
So at the end of the day, if Max Fried's hand stays intact, his finger on his pitching hand stays intact, I think the Braves will win. That's if the Braves lose Game 1, I'm going to be incredibly pessimistic sitting here Monday morning. Spencer Strider goes tomorrow night, and I will be nervous Nelly all day long, and we'll see what happens. I'll tell you who ought to be nervous, the Jaguars' defensive coordinator. He's got that beast of a football player on the other side called Josh Allen. They're Josh Allen. And Mike Caldwell will comment on him, the challenge that the Bills present, and what playing in London means when we return. Also, we'll tee up the news from the National Football League and tidy it up in a football fix. Stick around. It's a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life. Trust GFL for all your commercial roll-off needs.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday meeting the Buffalo Bills in London. Bills are the 5.5-point favorite, 48.5 the total at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Travis Etienne rushing prop bet of the board for the Jaguars, 63.5 rushing yards. Also Sunday, the Atlanta Falcons, a 1.5 home favorite against the Houston Texans. College football tomorrow, Florida laying 18 at home at Vanderbilt, the total 52 at the Swamp. Florida 21-1 against Vanderbilt since 1960. The loss a year ago, 31-24 in Nashville. Florida State laying 23.5 at home against Virginia Tech. Start betting smarter with the betting intelligence app, Juice Reel. Download the free app today, Juice, R-E-E-L. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Picture this. It's a dark and stormy night, and your toilet is acting possessed. But fear not, for Duck Duck Rooter is here to exorcise those plumbing demons and banish them to the netherworld. So if you're facing a plumbing horror story straight out of a nightmare, summon the spectral expertise of Duck Duck Rooter. Call 904-862-6769 and bid those plumbing phantoms farewell. Duck Duck Rooter, where we tackle plumbing scares so you don't have to.
Hey, come to Bowden Eye Care for all your eye needs. Hicken here. Did you know that diabetes is a leading cause of blindness? Affects up to 34 million Americans. Please don't take diabetes lightly. If you have diabetes, see your favorite Bowden Eye doc and save your vision. Bowden Eye is dedicated to the protection and preservation of the treasured gift of sight. Bowden Eye and Associates. Visit today for your personal consultation. Bowden Eye. We keep the First Coast focused. New location now open off County Road 210 in St. Johns County.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Are you a business owner looking to grow, sell, acquire, or even go public with your company? Need help to find funding or business partners? Otterson Wealth Advisors will evaluate your company and provide the guidance that's right for you and your business needs. Maybe you're ready for retirement and need a succession plan for your business. Let Otterson Wealth Advisors guide you through the process. Visit OttersonAdvisors.com. Otterson Wealth Advisors, your goals, our expertise. Raymond James Associates, Inc., member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Are you embarrassed by your ugly, cracked concrete driveway? Need to enhance your home's curb appeal? StoneCore on Phillips Highway is your one-stop shop for all your outdoor needs. Replacing with new stone pavers will transform your driveway into a stunning work of art. Say goodbye to unsightly concrete and hello to beautiful, durable pavers that last for years. Visit StoneCore today and let's beautify your home together. StoneCore.co. We do outdoors better.
Share your voice anytime on the 1010XL text line.
Are you serious? Installed by Lifetime Flooring.
I gotta say, you're totally blowing my mind right now.
If you can't call or email, text us. 641-1010.
Mike Dempsey here for Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em Fantasy game, a super fun way to play along as you watch your favorite players. The way it works, you pick higher or lower on 2 to 5 player stats, then watch to see if your picks hit. It's that easy. If you haven't tried out Pick'em, now's the perfect time. Football season's back, and to celebrate, Underdog announced their newest special that will be running all season long. It's called 100K Sundays. Every Sunday, Underdog's going to be giving $10,000 in cold hard cash to 10 winners who play Pick'em. You can take your chance by playing along every Sunday. One entry equals one ticket. Will you be one of the winners? Find out by making your picks this football season. In total, they're going to be giving away $2 million. That's a real number. $2 million just to people who are making picks. Try it out today by downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. You must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org.
Denny Thompson here. Are you a home builder looking for a reliable low-voltage partner? Look no further than Tyson Sound and Security. They've been working hard with large and small builders for 15 years. Here's why they are the top choice. They will enhance your home buyer's home experience by offering custom home design appointments, and your budget stays intact while they deliver top quality services. Builders, send your plans over today to bid. Tyson Sound and Security, security and home automation experts.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows.
outside the Jaguars locker room, now called The Vault. Enter today at jaguars.com/shadows. One winner a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase to enter or win, must be 18 or older and a legal resident of Florida or Georgia. Promotion period 9/5/23 through 12/15/23. For official rules and complete details, visit jaguars.com. Sponsored by Jacksonville Jaguars, LLC.
When you choose J-Dog Junk Removal, you're not just hiring a junk removal service. You're investing in a company that believes in making a lasting impact on the lives of our veterans and our community. J-Dog is dedicated to giving back to our local veteran organizations. They have donated over $50,000 in materials and services, ensuring that these valuable organizations have the resources they need to support our veterans. J-Dog Junk Removal. Veteran-owned, veteran-operated.
Brackish Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the smoothest local vodka you can find. Made right here in Jacksonville, Florida, 100% from corn, Brackish Vodka is the local gluten-free choice. Brackish Vodka, for those that live life slightly salty, a proud partner of the Jaguars. The next time you visit Midtown Table, mention the Respect Your Elders cocktail, made with Brackish Vodka.
Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying. They can also signal a major problem or electrical emergency. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888-8 Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Discover the difference that local expertise makes at First Coast Lighting and Fans. Visit their showroom at the Avenues and browse high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness at First Coast Lighting and Fans.
I-9 Sports inviting the youth of the First Coast to hit the field this fall and play their best fall. Registration now open for fall and winter sports. Just log on to i9sports.com for all the details. Ages 3 and up, making sports fun for kids and convenient for busy families. Brand new locations at Yancey Park on the north side and St. Joe's and St. Augustine. Plus, if you have a full team ready to play, bring them all and register as a team. i9sports.com for kids, fall, and winter sports. Enter promo code 1010 for a discount.
Pre-Game Friday is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL. 1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Really, Josh he's had a bunch of pressures last year, and he went home and, focused on really just finishing. And as a staff and as a defense, we talked about finishing, and he's been able to finish early on in the season, and we look for that to continue. Josh put the work in the offseason. He's a talented player. He came back, and it's paying off for him.
Okay, that's our Josh Allen, who certainly can be a problem for the Bills this weekend. He was here in Jacksonville. If you remember that 9-6 victory, I believe Josh Allen had 3 sacks that Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, I think it was 3.
One of the few wins the Jaguars were able to compile in 2021. There's also the matter of the other Josh Allen.
Really,
we're going to stay with this kind of theme. The Jags have been good at forcing turnovers. They were able to force turnovers against Josh Allen last time. They know they got to contain him running. He can also get a little loose with that football when he's running. But overall, this defense, right, it's trying to establish itself as with an identity of take the ball away.
I think, I don't know if it's our identity, but we want it to be that. We focus on that a bunch. That's a topic in, almost every meeting. We have to take the ball away from the offense and give it back to our offense. So that's one of the things that we like to do, and we've had a little bit of success here lately of getting them, so hopefully they'll continue to come.
All right, now the offense. What do you do, right? You've been bogging down in 3rd and 4th down. You're bogging down in the red zone. And so do you start to question what it is you think you do good? Do you step outside of that comfort level for some extra creativity? These are the kind of questions that you get asked when you're averaging only 20 a game. The Jags are scoring 20, they're giving up 20. The Bills are scoring 34, giving up 13. Do the math, gang. I mean, that's why they're, essentially a 7-point favorite. Here's offensive coordinator Press Taylor on getting this offense going.
There's always a combination of those sort of factors, of doing what we do, doing
are things we know really well, inside and out, but also things that put our guys in the position to do what they do well, but also attack a defense and how they want to play the certain situation, because every defense is different. So every game plan changes a little bit, and there's sort of a give and take of just do what we do, attack what they do, put everybody in the best position. So kind of a case by case.
All right, so that's Jags and the Bills. I've been told that our pregame coverage will start at 6:30. Disappointed that me and Hayes won't be up at 4:30 to get you going on Sunday morning. Fire up the band. We got a football fix brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers. For years in Mandarin, now Orange Park as well. 2 great locations. What a super team she's put together. You should be checking your insurance every couple of years. Life changes, policies change. They can bundle there. They got a number of providers, can put you in the best most relative situation that you're in your life right now. That might be life insurance. It might be changing auto insurance needs with kids, graduating into driving age. So many different factors and formulas, and Mandy and her team, the best at getting you squared away. Relief. That's probably the emotion that the Bears are feeling this morning. They had a franchise record 14-game losing streak, and it came crashing down yesterday, ironically on a day that we lost a Bears legend, Dick Butkus, passing away at the age of 80. And then the Bears put half of 80 on the Commanders last night. They went 40-20. DJ Moore and what the Bears were hoping to get from him in that trade has really shown up the last 2 weeks. Comboed now the last 2 weeks for over 400 yards receiving. 5 touchdowns. Justin Fields has gotten better. Man, the Bears really got to be kicking themselves over blowing that Broncos game. They'd be 2-3, and in a division that, well, I guess the Lions are arguably grabbing hold of that a little bit. Magic Johnson is one of the owners of the Washington Commanders, and he went right to Twitter. Tonight, the Commanders played with no intensity or fire. We didn't compete in the first half. Got down 27-3 heading into halftime. Too big a hole to climb out of. That's why we lost by 20. Tell him, Magic. All right, so Jonathan Taylor is healthy. How much of a role does he play right out of the gates? And do we see Jonathan Taylor up and rolling at full speed when the Colts come to town next Sunday? My guess is probably yeah. Speaking publicly for the first time in nearly 4 months, he's in a contract standoff. But when asked whether he wanted to be with the team going forward, especially in light of his trade request, here was his answer: I'm here right now. He added, I don't think it matters if I'm saying I'm committed or not, because I'm here. If somebody wasn't committed, they wouldn't be here. And right now I'm here. And my number one goal is to attack this first practice. It's been over 290 days, I believe. He has not practiced or played for the Colts since December with a right ankle injury. You know, the Colts are surprisingly maybe, but happily off to a 2-2 start. Our entire division sits 2-2. So we're at the quarter pole, and it's still a brand new game. Well, the truth came out from Jets camp this week. You bet. They want some payback versus the Broncos for Sean Payton just running his mouth to an unbelievably silly lengths. Remember the offseason magazine article where he basically said, I'm paraphrasing, that Nathaniel Hackett did the worst job of coaching he's ever seen in the NFL. Apparently unaware the Jets were on the schedule this year. They head to Denver this weekend. We'll see who wins that battle of the bulletin board. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Hick and Arrival and more come your way next. We got the Friday 5-pack today. We are whispering with our quarterback expert, Denny Thompson, getting you set up for a fantastic weekend of the Pigskin here on a Football Friday. You're listening to The Drill. It's a GFL Friday on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
He's lived on the line of scrimmage, so he sees things we miss.
I'm Jeff Logman, and I'll tell you what I saw on Check the Tape Tuesday.
Brought to you by Mr. Sparky of the First Coast, your on-time electrician.
Tuesdays from 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Are you afraid to buy your next car? Well, have no fear, because Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet offer Beaver's not-so-scary pricing. There's no monsters popping up in your rearview mirror with Beaver's peace of mind warranties. Check out thousands of vehicles for sale online and get answers to all your questions with no tricks and all the treats. I promise our team will take away all those fears. Just come see Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville for Beaver's not so scary pricing.
There's no better time to be a Jags fan, especially when you're a My Gate Rewards member. Gate is giving you the chance to meet the man, Trevor Lawrence. You and 3 of your friends can meet Trevor Lawrence in person at the stadium. Entering is easy. With the My Gate Rewards Gatorade Club, for every 5 Gatorade products you purchase, you'll be entered for a chance to win. See store for details. Gate, your hometown convenience store.
Make a crucial catch against colon cancer. Hicken here for the Borland Groover Foundation. Gang, listen up. If you're 45 or older, the ball's in the red zone to get screened. The key to surviving colon cancer, early detection and prevention. 45 is the new 50. Get screened for colon cancer now. The Borland Groover Foundation is a nonprofit organization devoted to building a healthy and equitable community that's free from colon cancer. So guys, ladies, visit BorlandGrooverFoundation.com and get more information.
Hey, this is Jason with Bueller Air Conditioning. Why do we love to go to that awesome grocery store where shopping is a pleasure? Why do we choose that amazing chicken sandwich where the service is fast and friendly and it's always their pleasure? You see, those brands are a promise. Here at Bueller Air, our team is committed to serving the customer and delivering that same kind of brand promise. Our mission is to be the most trusted brand with friendly and professional service every single time. Give us a call today or visit BuellerAir.com.
Baloo here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
This is Keith Catlin for Catlin Truck Accessories, and we are so blessed to be in business for over 100 years. Over 100 years of the best product and customer service means you can count on Catlin. From Roll-and Lock bed covers to Lear toppers to Cam Locker toolboxes, Catlin Truck Accessories has you covered when it comes to your truck or van. We do those too. Got a fleet of vehicles? We can outfit them all.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
One name, one location, 100 years. You can count on Catlin.
5-Star Pizza delivers a symphony of flavors for an extraordinary artisanal experience. Dude, come on. It's a pizza.
Well, have you seen their Piezilla? It barely fits through the doorway. Call 5-Star Pizza now and cry out for a Piezilla!
Hey folks, Mike Dempsey here. You've heard me talking about Pella Windows and Doors. With great ratings and expert reviews, you know they're high quality and energy efficient products. So what's your next step? Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or just stop by the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Their professional design consultants will guide you through your entire project from start to finish. And that's the quality and service you can expect from Pella Windows and Doors.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Woody's Barbecue. There's plenty on the line for Florida football when the team hosts Vanderbilt on Saturday. The Florida Gators need a win to remain in the thick of the SEC East. The loss dropped UF to 9-9 in its first 18 games under head coach Billy Napier. FSU is looking for its first 5-0 start since 2015 when the team faces Virginia Tech on Saturday. The Noles are coming off a bye week and will encounter a tough opponent in the Hokies, says FSU head coach Mike Norvell.
You look at their team, I mean, they're big, great length, speed. You really fly around, on the defensive front.
Week 7 of the high school football season features a number of top games, including Bishop Kenny at Ponte Vedra. The Sharks ended Bishop Kenny's perfect start in a classic duel last year. Get the full wrap-up on Friday Night Lights scoreboard at 10 on 1010XL. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
It's 7:03, and it's 72 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
You know it! Sweet Friday! I need some emotion, please.
Hey! Ho!
Hey ho!
No need for
Hey
that.
ho!
No need for that.
No?
He came in here with some juice, didn't
Woo!
he?
He did.
Woo!
He's excitable.
It's Friday.
Copyright
Exciting.
infringement.
It's Friday.
Oh, boy. There she is. Friday, word on the streets. I guess she put on her Instagram. She was shopping for boots yesterday. The low temp going below 50 on Monday, and she's getting ready. So
This Monday?
yeah, this Monday, low 48.
Oh, joy.
Yeah. High 81,
Open the
low 48.
windows.
Yeah.
Them boots with the fur.
Boots,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't want to titillate the audience, but allegedly they're thigh highs. Just saying. Just saying.
Yes.
Titillate.
I was thinking this
There we have
for
it.
the good of the Jags and the good of our sanity and such.
We should have a Girl Friday. They can send in, and they're our Friday that week. We'll put it on, on the social media, and there you go.
I like that.
Brought to you by Fridays.
Brought to you by Friday. Then the real Friday will come storming in here,
She'd be ticked.
grabbing hair, smoke dangling from the side of her mouth.
I wish she'd quit that smoking.
I know.
Vaping, whatever it is.
I think it is vaping.
Is that a pen? What is that, a stick? What do they
It
call
just
that? What do the
depends on
kids call
Depends
it?
on what she's using.
Pen.
And it's got a carb in it or what?
What are you? Stop it. There's no carb.
All right.
How do you know?
He thinks it's a bong. That's why.
I was thinking this for the Jags. You know what we need? First off, I'll take a win 3-0. I'll take 9-6, right? We'll take a win. Win is the most important thing. If we can't win, I'd like to see one of these games where the offense gets untracked and we lose like a 38-31 game.
I can't see it happening.
I don't either, but I would like to see that. I'd like to see the offense get going. I'd like to see Trevor
Not the
throw
week.
for 370.
Yeah, not the week. The Bills' pass defense too good.
Is it?
Number 1 in sacks, number 1 in picks.
Oh, dear.
They give up 13 points a game.
Oh, no.
Second in the league.
Oh, boy.
They score 34 a game.
It's any given Sunday, bro.
I know it is. I'm not saying listen, I think the Jags can win. You bet I can.
Maybe the boys got a little jet lag getting over there.
I think it is an advantage that our team has been over there. They're accustomed. Yeah. Trevor kind of said he thought that, but all that talk goes out the window when it's midway second. If you're down 14-3, you better come play, man. And by the way, I asked E this question when we started the day. Thanks for being here. Which side of the ball has been better this year for the Jags?
D.
Right? It's been the defense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Yeah,
that's gonna get put to the test.
Josh Allen does throw it to the other team.
He can, and the Jags have been a very good turnover team. There are certain analytics to this season that don't make sense. We should be 3-1. We should not have blown the Texans game. The whole season would feel so different right now if we were just 3-1 like we should be.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Our 1-to-1 financial poll question: what happened Sunday at Tottenham? Are Allen greater than Bills Allen? Bills rolling, they win big. ETN goes plus a hundo. Jags squeeze out win. Are Allen greater than Bills Allen? Bills are rolling, win big. ETN plus 100, Jags squeeze out, win. At Dan Hickett.
My head would tell me if you just took out win big. If the answer had just been Bills are rolling, I would have clicked that. Don't necessarily think they're going to win big.
Okay.
I'm not confident.
Win big is like 30-20, right, in the NFL?
Either way.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go with just the one that I think is most likely of those. I don't trust the Jags to win. I hope they do. I'd go with ETN gets 100.
All right. That's 13%.
Yeah, I get it. It's not the sexy answer. This is who's going to win.
39.6 say Jags squeeze out a win.
Yeah. Well,
Bills roll and win big, 36.5%.
Well,
R. Allen greater than Bills Allen, 10.9%. ETN, 13%. So those are the early votes. At Dan Hickett, if you'd like to play along, that's a 1-to-1 financial poll question of the day. We like to do that daily and see what happens. So, but yeah, Josh Allen's playing really good football. Both of them are. And so that will be interesting. There's a lot of good side stories. Again, psyche-wise, Jags go win this game Sunday, then they sit there and go, okay, we're 3-2 and we can beat anybody. Because right now, today, and by the way, Bills fans must hate to hear this. You should ask Buffalo Tom this question. Because we've said this for the last 3, 4, 5 years. At some point in the NFL season, usually in October.
Okay.
Right now, the Bills are the best team in the NFL.
We have said that every year at one point.
Right?
Yeah. I think today they
want
are.
to be the best team in the NFL, though, in February.
Yeah, but today they are. If I was doing
agree.
The best team in the AFC.
Yeah.
I mean, with the Niners and Eagles have earned their stripes here to this point. They've won all their games.
Is it fair to say they've had the most impressive win so far?
Over the Dolphins?
In
sure.
the NFL.
Yeah.
Up to date.
But here's what happens when you start parsing out
I know.
the Dolphins. Some would say got lucky to beat the Chargers. Their offense performed terrifically.
That's
they
fair.
gave up a bunch to we don't know about the Dolphins defense yet, right? I think the Jags defense may be better than the Dolphins defense. So, and the Bills aren't scoring 48 this week. My fear is this: I don't think the Jags are getting more than 24. I just don't, unless we get a defensive score in there. So the defense is going to have to show up and put the clamps down on a team averaging 34 points a game. That's a lot of production. 34 points a game by an NFL offense is a lot of production. Diggs had a huge week last week. He went off for 3 touchdowns. Again, I think this is a relevant stat. No NFL team has lost their opener and then won 3 straight by 4 touchdowns or more. The Bills have. They lost the opener to the Jets. We need that Bills team to show up. And here's another little fact about the Bills that has run through their DNA the last few years. And it is certainly no guarantee of any sort, right? But something real interesting happens to the Bills every year. Now, you could argue that maybe it happened in the opener when they lost to the Jets 22-16 in overtime, but then beat the Raiders by 28, beat Washington on the road by 34, beat the Dolphins by 28. We remember what the Jaguars did to the Bills here. We were the worst team in the league in 2021. We had the number 1 pick. Yet beat the Bills, who had another deep playoff run in 21, beat the Bills. Remember, that was the year the Bills lost in the final 12 seconds to Patrick Mahomes. So the
13, Jeff, 13.
So the 13 what?
Seconds.
13 seconds what? Oh, 13 seconds left, yeah. I said 12? Yeah. So I had it right at 13. Mm-hmm. But so we know what they did in 2021. You know what the Bills did last year?
Mm-hmm.
November 6th? Inexplicably out of nowhere?
What?
Lost to the Jets.
Yeah, they do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
so.
fair.
And again, you don't want to pin your hopes on, well, they lose one like this every year.
Mm-hmm.
But the Bills have. They lost at Arizona in.
Yeah, they'll do one. They'll throw a stinker up there.
2020.
Wait, what? Oh, what's that? Friday has just walked in.
What do you mean?
What?
She showed up? Is she ticked about?
No, she's in a sequin dress, and apparently she wants to sing. Apparently.
What?
We'll let her go. Is this
on YouTube? Stay out of the YouTube frame.
No.
You're like
stay over there.
I don't want to blue dot your face.
No.
People can't know everything about her.
I know it's Trevor's birthday. All right. Okay, Friday.
Today's Trevor's birthday?
Yeah.
I didn't even know, but Friday. No, she
wants to sing.
Okay.
Go ahead, Friday.
Birthday to you.
Oh man.
Sultry.
Happy birthday to you.
Wow.
Happy birthday.
Trevor. Dear Trevor.
Happy
All right, now get out of here. Get out of here. Happy birthday, Trevor. He's 24 years old today. Friday wanted to sing to him. Crazy, crazy woman. Oh, man. So anyway.
Yes, Friday, Trevor's married, and
Mm-hmm.
I know Kennedy's
Happily.
married too, but we can't stop. For you old schoolers, that's Marilyn Monroe to John F. Kennedy. I mean, they was just blatant, huh? Like, what is that? Huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. That was Friday Live.
Think about what that was.
I do know.
Our man Kennedy was married at the time, correct? To Jackie O already?
The lovely Jackie O.
Lovely Jackie O.
Camelot, you know.
They rolled out his alleged mistress and had her pop out of a cake. This is the president.
She did not pop out of a cake.
Close enough.
She did not. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about in terms of what just happened.
Okay, that was
Friday.
okay. Yeah.
However, in that historical
Okay.
context, she did not pop out.
Okay.
She
just
walked out on the stage.
But she was very sultry.
very sultry.
Yeah.
And she sang it sultry.
I just heard. Well, I'm sorry. That was Friday, replicating.
Go figure the Chicago Bears, man. Maybe it was just, the ghost of Dick Butkus, rest in peace. We lost a legend again. We've lost some legends lately. I don't like that. Dick Butkus, who is kind of like, Dick Butkus is kind of like Madden. He had different like, even I don't remember him as a football player. He was a star at Illinois, right?
Oh, yeah.
I saw Kevin Hardy post a picture yesterday because he was a linebacker at Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
And so then he went to the Chicago Bears. I believe he and Gale Sayers both might have been drafted in the same
He was. He
first
went
round.
one pick before.
How about
Butkus
that?
went, and Gale Sayers was the very next pick. Two short
Unfortunately,
Hall of Fame careers.
Unfortunately, the Bears didn't do what the Steelers did when they hit that draft. When they had those drafts in a row.
Dick Butkus never went to a playoff game.
Mm.
Only had 2 winning seasons. 8-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, but saddled in a Chicago team that played little offense and wasn't very good, and Gale Sayers got hurt.
Yeah.
Sayers got one catastrophic injury. Butkus' career cut short by 1,000 paper cuts. I mean, the dude just played with such reckless abandon.
Right.
He was a bad man.
Uh-huh.
And by the way, one of the few bad men in NFL history who wasn't a dirty player. Like,
No.
you listen to his contemporaries, they don't call him dirty, but they say you remember his hit. You didn't have to see who just hit you. I think Charlie Taylor.
Yeah.
So if you're coming across the middle and you caught a ball,
Yeah.
you knew by the hit if Dick Butkus had just hit you. You didn't have to turn around and see.
Then after his playing career, he had a bunch of different things. Like he was like, remember the Tastes Great, Less Filling? Wasn't he one of those guys?
Yeah, the
Right.
Miller Lite commercials. He also didn't he have like a sitcom, like a Belvedere type
I
sitcom?
think he did.
I think he was like the face of one of those. Alex Karras had one. Fred Dreyer, Merlin Olsen, they all had these TV roles come out.
Hunter.
Yeah, I think Butkus, though, was like the patriarch of one of these little silly sitcoms for 2 or 3 years, no? Or am I thinking of Bob Uecker?
I
There's
think he
another
might
one.
be. I don't know
I
if
thought he had a role. I thought he
may
did.
have.
We loved him. The Second Coming was about 15 years ago. Remember, he took over that high school team and they did the reality show?
Yeah.
Remember how good that was?
He did that.
And then he quit in the middle because the kids just could not play old school ball like that.
Yeah.
All you need to know about Butkus and his impact is the top linebacker in all of high school football, the top linebacker in college football, and believe it or not, the NFL gives an award to the top linebacker every year.
Yeah.
All 3 of those, high school, college, and pro, it's called the Dick Butkus Award.
Butkus Award, yeah.
And there's nobody right now, I'm trying to find equivalents. Like a lot of times you can find a guy in today's age to correlate. Like when Brooks Robinson died, you say, well, Nolan Arenado, you know how he plays defense? That's how Brooks Robinson played defense, only better. No one plays the game right now. That position is not being played like that. The 3 that are closest to me, since Dick Butkus, well, that position remained through the 70s with Leroy Jordan and Hammond, Lambert, and all those guys. But that intimidating force of nature at middle linebacker, Ray Lewis,
Yeah.
Singletary played a lot like Butkus.
Oh, yeah.
A lot like Butkus,
yeah.
real similar. Urlacher, I think, to a degree. Now, Butkus didn't have the skill set of Lewis and Urlacher. He wasn't fast like those
No.
guys. But those are the closest. And then maybe Luke Kuechly was the last.
Yeah.
There's not one now, though. We don't have that
No.
commanding middle linebacker.
No.
And the game has changed. The talent now are the outside linebackers.
Was it like Ray Nitschke, a poor man's Dick Butkus, same
Sure,
era?
sure.
Right? And correct me if I'm wrong.
And that, by the way, was in the 70s. Dick Butkus made that middle linebacker. I don't know if he made it.
Yeah.
But middle linebacker was a star-studded position when we were kids.
Oh, gosh.
Leroy Jordan and Jack, Ham and just down the line, man. Tommy Nobis.
Not Jack Ham.
Lambert was the middle? He was the middle?
Yeah. Who was a bigger boy than
Yeah. Both Hall of Famers, I believe.
Two other things. First off, there's no better name.
Right.
Butkus.
He is a bad man.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Take me back to a Rocky movie. Hey, yo, Butkus! Wasn't that one of his dogs?
It was his dog.
Hey, Butkus! So, yeah, that was just a man's man legend, Dick Butkus. What a name. What a name. So, R.I.P.
People are saying Lawrence Taylor. We're talking about middle linebackers.
Yeah.
We're not talking about edge guys. There's 1,000 of those. There are players that can prove to be just as good as
LT
made
to
that-
his generation
yes.
and made that position what Butkus made the middle.
Yeah, so everybody stop. Randy White is a down lineman, Mr. 10. You're better than this.
Yeah.
Randy White played defensive tackle. Mr. 10, does he lose some street cred with that text?
That was a bad one.
Mr. 10 just texted Randy White, Dan, who played on the defensive line.
Maybe he just meant, I don't know.
Bah!
I don't know.
I'm going to hold him for it.
But anyway, we're just warming up. We got a busy day today. Denny's going to be along, so we'll talk quarterbacks with him. We got the Friday 5-pack. We'll let Molly go up against one of you callers and get registered for a foursome of golf at the Players. So we got a lot of good stuff coming up today on a busy, busy Football Friday right here. E, where are you going this weekend?
I'm headed to the crib, man. As Middleburg goes to Clay High School, I'll be at the crib.
Oh, this is going to be the happiest Friday of the year for you.
It's going to be pretty easy. I ain't gonna lie.
You know exactly where to go.
Yeah.
You feel like you own the place.
Yeah.
You'll be looking for your name up on the wall.
Still looking.
Is it up there?
Oh.
No, it should be.
Yeah.
You'll walk into the locker room as if you own it.
I will.
Maybe go right to your old locker.
It's different now, but yeah.
Okay, it's different.
General area.
All right, the general area is different. You'll go right into the concession stand and not pay a cent for any food.
No. I always contribute.
Well, you do, but you shouldn't.
I'm going to get extra.
You shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? Extra ketchup on that.
Yeah.
That devil dog.
Yeah, and this is a big night for you, man.
Yeah,
You'll be wondering, quite frankly, if there's going to be a halftime ceremony surprise for you.
Well, it is homecoming. I don't want to take away from the kids.
Okay. Fair enough. This is the drill.
Now, Downtime with Dan, brought to you by Ameris Bank. Whether you need help with business, personal, or mortgage banking, we're with you. Ameris Bank is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
You think about what the Chicago Bears have been through, man, and it is, 14, I didn't realize, 14 losses in a row. That's a tough thing to climb out of, man. When you're the head coach of that team, and you've gone through that, and your record is like, 3-18. Oof. And yet you watch them, and you see some potential there. Now they were playing a Washington team that had absolutely nothing going. Nothing in the first half. Then Sam Howell played a pretty good second half. Justin Fields played an outstanding first half. And then Chicago kind of sat on the ball, and it got a little dicey in that second half, man. Joey Slive missed a field goal, and that took all the air out, and that made it, too late in the game for him to miss a field goal. In the end, Washington loses, and Chicago gets his first win of the year.
Are you looking to make a move? Whether you're buying your first home or your forever home, at Ameris Bank, we'll help you get the keys in your hand. Our local mortgage bankers will guide you through the process, from choosing the right loan to closing on your new home, and everything in between. We even offer down payment and closing cost assistance to eligible first-time homebuyers. Visit amerisbank.com/mortgage to learn more and find a mortgage banker near you. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, Ian here for Lockhart Construction. It's a longtime Jacksonville business. Shane's dad started the company way back when. Shane runs it now, and they do a terrific job. Shane Lockhart and his dad, his guys are from here. They take care of people who live here, people like me, people like you. I've got all kinds of friends who have used Lockhart Construction and will speak very highly of them. They do a terrific job. If you have a remodel or if you have an idea, no job too big, no job too small. I like to say their family gives your family a better living experience. Listen, all you got to do is call Shane up. He'll call you back. Shane Lockhart and Lockhart Construction, 994-3865. Call Shane today, 994-3865.
Let's hit the road to the Jacksonville Fall RV Show. Thursday, October 5th through Sunday the 8th at the Jacksonville Equestrian Center. Hundreds of RVs on display. Lifestyle booths, daily door prizes, and live entertainment. Adults $10, kids under 12 free. Seniors pay half price on Thursday. First responders half price every day. It's Northeast Florida's largest RV show. Thursday through Saturday 10 to 5. Sunday 10 to 4 at the Jacksonville Equestrian Center. Parking is free.
It's a scary time of year, especially for North Florida jewelry stores. It's the time when Beard's Diamonds offers its incredible buy one, get one on wedding band sale.
But hurry, these savings will absolutely end on Halloween.
At Beard's Diamonds.
Yo, it's your main man, player partner ET here. And if you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing now for football, so check out the updated lines at MyBookie.com and get your bets in to win straight cash, homie. The first 2 legs of your parlay hit? Cash out early and use the funds on another bet, or let that thing ride out at a chance to a bigger bag. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get in, so get your bets in and start football season off as a winner. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. When you're ready to make that first deposit, just use promo code 1010XL to grab that welcome bonus on the house. That promo code again is 1010XL to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get you a free trip into MyBookie Casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Can you say vacuum-sealed marinated meats? Head to Southern Steer Butcher. Hey, if you're out at the Furyk and Friends this weekend, make sure you stop by when you're done.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
After you've seen your team play, find out what happened in the rest of the games on the First Coast.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Friday Night Lights.
With Hacker and Andrew Gibson. Brought to you by Duck Ruger Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
You have separation anxiety from your pet? For any services, and I mean, maybe it's veterinary care, maybe you're going out of town, you have to board them. Pet Paradise checks all the boxes to put both you and your pet at ease. Location, location, location. They are all over town. There's a Pet Paradise near your neighborhood, but if you are headed out of town, how about the airport service? Pet boarding and day camp there, 24-hour pickup and drop off. They make it easier for you. Inside of any and all Pet Paradise, you're going to find them doing it better than the other imitators. Here's why. Ultra-modern facilities. The best veterinary care with New Day Veterinary. They even have dog training now. Climate-controlled suites, a bone-shaped pool for them to play around in this hot sun. Most importantly, a staff who loves your pet like you do. For the pickiest pet parent, there is only one choice. The one that checks all the boxes. It's Pet Paradise. Find out more for yourself and locations near you at petparadise.com.
David here with Royal Pest Services. The cool down is coming, and with that comes the pesky rodent. Visit royalpestservices.com to schedule a complimentary roof and attic inspection to check for access points and any evidence of previous activity. Now offering military and first responder discounts.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy. Thanks to the coaches and the schools who believe in our team at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Head Coach Ferland Dormery of Trinity Christian Academy High School. Our athletic program selected Southeast Orthopedic Specialists to work with our state championship football team and will continue to use them. We recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Do you feel a ghastly presence in your septic tank this Halloween? A septic emergency is spookier than a haunted house. Call Duck Duck Rooter at 904-862-6769 to schedule your septic tank pumping today.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
High Flying Jacko here, and every Monday, kids eat free with every paid adult entree.
Us kids love Woody's too.
We'll see you at Woody's today.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do.
Let's eat.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by J-Dog Junk Removal, veteran owned and operated.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
On 1010XL.
Hit it.
This is Sports Concepts and Rationalizations. We call it the drill. At the end of the drill, we like to hand out a prize pack.
When we handing it out?
At the end.
Oh, okay.
Not at the beginning. What is the gift today?
Oh. Car wash, yeah. I got a gift card for a free car wash at Liquid Sunshine Plus.
You want a terrible, terrible admission on just my state of action?
Yeah.
When did I get the Truckee?
About a year ago, right?
Probably a little over a year, maybe September of last year.
No, don't say it.
How many times have I washed? Has the truck been washed?
No, not one
How
time.
many?
No.
Nick, how many?
0.
No, did you wash it once when you first got it?
Nope.
No?
Not one time.
Dang.
Not one time if I had the car.
Hey,
you know
that's
how
a real
long?
truck guy.
You know how long? Yeah, there. Thank you. You know how long I've threatened to go to get it detailed, washed inside and out.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
So there's that. Maybe I guess what I'm saying is, could we shut the Googans out for one day and give me the car wash?
Give it a try.
I'm having a hard time maintaining my persona as just laid back, under the radar, non-boisterous Braves fan when Philly fan attacks me on the text line. So you have to be my accountability partner on this, Dan, throughout this series. If the Braves get up 2-0 on Tuesday morning, do not let me go full force. I've also been implored by Braves Nation to keep a sock in it, and let's just kind of quietly, confidently act like we've been to the end zone before. But I can't take Philly fan. I'm sorry. Who won the World Series 2 years ago, and who threw a parade because they went to the World Series last year?
Easy.
Right? I'm just saying. Yeah.
Easy.
I'll man. I'm not sacrificing anything. You got a great team. You want them to run. But, buddy, I would much rather go out in the LCS against the hated Dodgers and Freddie Freeman and the boys than lose this one to the Phillies.
Yeah.
The Phillies need a big, big cup of settle down, man.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I'm trying. I'm going through the math here, Dan. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going through the math of this series. Okay, there's a couple things about it. All right, one is Max Fried's finger on his pitching hand has to say blister free or we got problems.
Okay.
All right. But game one, okay, in which the Phillies are going with Ranger Suarez, and the Braves will counter with Spencer Strider, who some remember getting bombed by the Phillies in last year's playoffs. But this year he was like 3 or 4-0 against them with a 1.1 ERA. He dominated them this year so far. Here's hoping. But that's game. So game one is Saturday. We know that Zach Wheeler is going to pitch Monday night in game two. He'll go against Max Fried, okay? That means Nola is not going to pitch until Wednesday the 11th, right?
Okay.
If there's a game three, Nola would go game three. The Braves would go. My point is I think I'm seeing a scenario here where the Braves get their two aces on full 4 days rest, and the Phillies are not going to have that same luxury.
What's the pitch? What's Philly throwing?
Philly throws Suarez tomorrow, game one. They throw Wheeler game two Monday. They throw.
That's full rest.
I know Wheeler's fine. You're missing my point. It's Wheeler-Nola that I'm worried about. Nola goes Wednesday the 11th.
Yeah.
And then the series ends Saturday the 14th. So Nola's only going to get to go once.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big advantage.
Oh, yeah.
The Braves get.
That's how it works when you have to play the extra series.
The Braves get freed twice. Well, and they extended this thing out, Dan. They let it go a week. I mean, sometimes you'll play these 5-game series and like you play Saturday and then you have an off date on Monday. That's strange to me.
Yeah.
Why not go Saturday, Sunday, and then play Tuesday, Wednesday?
You know, speaking of baseball, PBS has done a documentary on the Stros and their cheating.
Okay.
And there's been a lot of books written about it. If you're interested, apparently this is pretty good. But this is the one thing that raised an eyebrow to me. And Carlos Correa, detailing the cheating scandal. I tried everything to stop them. Every day I said, guys, let's cut the crap and play the game the way it's meant to be played. No analytics, no calculators or graphs, nobody telling us what's coming, just the talent God gave us. They threatened to trade me to the Rockies when Bregman came up. So I went along with it. I protested in my heart, and I wept during the World Series, knowing it should have been New York beating the Dodgers, who were never a team I considered to have heart.
Man.
Wow.
Sounds like somebody's a little bitter about not getting that big deal from Houston when free agency came up. That's what that sounds like.
I don't know.
Hey, buddy, well, I appreciate your passion there, but maybe give us all this 5 years ago when it's happening.
Somebody said, no wonder Carlos Correa's MRIs all look bad. He has no leg to stand on.
Yeah. That's true. I'm not giving it. No. You don't get to now be the hero because you recognize you didn't do anything more about it than anyone else did.
It's hard when
Good try, though.
Yeah, you can sit here and Monday morning quarterback it if you were part of it, but if you were part of it, you didn't do anything, then you
right. I'm not giving you any more credit
now,
than the
again,
other.
Listen, I'm not. I just wouldn't go down that road to paint yourself as a victim.
Right.
You know, I might say because I do listen. If you're part of that machine and that machine is rolling, are you going to be the guy to step up and go, "Hey, wait, this is wrong"?
Right.
You know, are you going to be the guy to say? To blow the whistle on
It's
them?
the same with steroids.
Yeah.
The same with,
Right.
you know, it goes to anything that a team is doing wrong, and just even a portion of your team is doing wrong. What else? What were the other highlights? Did you watch it? Or is this
I haven't
an
watched
excerpt?
it. No,
Yeah.
I just saw that, and I
mean,
will
look,
watch it.
good. I'm glad it impacted you, but if it impacts you and you don't do anything about it, does it matter?
That's fair.
Right.
Right.
And I'm a little more suspicious of the guys that didn't get the money from Houston and had to go elsewhere.
Boy, I tell you what, the more you read about these couple situations this week with he said, she said, and not good for the she's. Mel Tucker's situation is not good.
What? I saw the headline. I didn't read the latest.
Nah, he's just, I mean, she had no money. She's had conversations with other people. Basically, you know, she tried to extort Mel Tucker, which is what we said from the beginning.
And they're not, but they don't, why do they act so fast without some?
But now the lawyers are sending a 106-page paper.
Does it have details of this?
Yes. And so
do these people that bring like this lady, does she not formulate all this before she comes like that?
Great question. And then I'm not going to get into it, but there's a phone call between Trevor Bauer and his and the woman who accused him of things, and detailing what had happened. It's very uncomfortable, and I'm not going to get into it, but again, a lot of perception in there, a lot of oh boy, what a mess. I mean, people, just come on,
we
man.
are too. Again, this reactionary society we in is so dangerous.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you're just absolved. If you say you didn't do it, that means you didn't. But we gotta like just take a step back and look at things from both sides and get all the information. Here's what's going to happen. Michigan State's going to lose that lawsuit. And now they're not going to have. They did this to get out of the money.
Well, they have to pay him.
I don't believe that I don't believe that they completely believed or knew. They did it to get out of the law, to get out of that contract that they foolishly gave a man who never, ever, ever has been a consistent winner as a head coach.
All right, I got a question for you, Jeff Prosser, as a fan, as a sports fan. I'm asking you, Googans, as well, right now, right here. Just curious.
Okay.
You can just
like
think
whiskers.
You can just think it through.
Okay.
You're a sports fan here. You're a college football fan, a hardcore college football fan.
Yes, I am.
And you're sitting down. You know at noon it's go time.
I live in Fansville.
You do. You drink Dr. Pepper. Basically, what's happened.
0.
Okay. Is that you know now in college football that noon is your first wave of games.
That's right.
And they're usually one game that you're going to grab.
Well, no, I'm a Gator fan. They're usually on at noon.
That's true, but they're not on until 4 tomorrow.
Oh, that's a terrible start time.
That's not CBS.
That's where they're just burying you on the U or somewhere. You're 4 o'clock. I mean, no. Back in the day, 4 o'clock was a popular start time. Now, if it's not 3:30, you're the C game.
You don't want to be 3. You want to be 3:30. But anyway,
we got a big one tomorrow at noon, though.
Well, this is my question to you. I got 3 games that intrigue me at noon. I'm asking you, which one are you watching?
Oh my gosh, there's not even.
It's a slam dunk.
I don't have 3 that intrigue me.
You have
one.
Oklahoma, Texas.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
All right.
What a fascinating game that is.
I'm not that. Listen, Texas beat the living snot out of Oklahoma last year, like 39 or 49-0.
Okay,
if I remember correctly.
All right.
But I got Maryland at Ohio State. I like that game.
Yeah.
And I like, you know me, I'm more SEC guy. I got LSU, Mizzou.
I got 3 and 2 there. I got 2 undefeated teams playing the top 5 defense in the country. That's what's weird about this game.
All right.
Like Texas, Oklahoma, you think of 45-42, 38-35.
Yeah.
I wonder, man, and I don't want to give any Friday 5-pack insight, but that over-under sits at 60.5. These are 2 teams that have given up like 7 points a game, bro.
Yeah.
It's just like so I don't think that Texas is going to blow out Oklahoma. I think that's going to be a game. It's now, listen, this is, you know how we talked about Tennessee being a referendum game for Billy Napier?
Yeah.
And by the way, the referendum only holds until you screw it up again. So the referendum is now over. It's been closed again with the pitiful performance at Kentucky. This is a referendum game for Venables. He was bad last year. He was Billy Napier. He went 6-7. He lost his bowl game, although they played, it was FSU, wasn't it? A little bit, a little bit tighter. Oklahoma gives up 10.8 points a game. They are 5th in the nation in scoring. Meanwhile, Texas gives up 12.8 points a game. So the 2 teams combined have given up about 23 points a game.
There's a really good article.
But that's the one for me. Oklahoma, Texas by far has my.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
There's a really good article. It's written by Neil Blackman. It's a deep dive into Billy Napier's slow rebuild of Florida and all the frustrations coming with it.
Okay.
And it has a lot of good points. And he talked to a lot of different, boosters.
Mm-hmm.
And
he talked to us?
No. We're
the true heartbeat of the program? Okay. Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you again.
But the booster mentioned us.
Dang.
Mentioned us in a lot of ways.
Frog in the throat.
Yeah, thank you. Chuckle in there.
The booster?
The booster talked about the fans and everything else, and he
by the way, Booster, you're a fan too, so.
And he admits it.
Okay.
He's a good booster. I
hear you.
Listen, he talked to current and former SEC coaches.
Okay.
He talked to
Who
Florida
wrote this
boosters,
again?
Neil Blackman.
Where's he from?
Saturday Down South.
Okay.
It's a very good article.
Okay, good. It sounds terrific. Give me some more deets. What's the verdict?
Well, there's no verdict. It's just how it's unfolding and how it's going, and there's some
What did the
points on
booster
both
say?
sides. There's some points on both
What
sides.
are the positive
The
sides?
general consensus among Florida people, by the way, is that Billy Napier will hire an offense coordinator when the season is over.
Yeah, that's fine. I think there's also a bigger general consensus. This is the general consensus that I find talking to Gator Nation. And I'm not on social media, so I don't know about the extreme sides one way or the other. To me, the general consensus is Napier's going to get his time, but he's not going to be successful.
Well, they can say that all they want, and if he is successal, they won't say the same thing. He has to get his time because I read you the numbers yesterday.
100%.
Nobody's stroking a
I'm
check.
going to ask you.
Yeah.
Billy, by time, I mean 4 years, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be 5. I think if it doesn't, we don't see significant improvement, he'll be like that rookie going to his 5th-year deal. We'll give you the 5th.
If in year 4 he's not winning the SEC East, then it's not going to happen.
All right. So back to kind of my definition of the overall feel.
Mm-hmm.
You agree Billy Napier's going to get at least 4 years. So he's going to get his time. You think he could be gone after 3?
It's a fickle group. Man.
All right, well, let's say, okay.
If he gets 4 years.
Do you think that he is going to win an SEC? Is Billy Napier ever going to win an SEC East as the head coach at the University of Florida? Do you think so or no? Because I think not. And so because of that, that's kind of where you get to this overall, we're going to spin wheels, and he may have a good year. Is he going to win the SEC East? I don't think so.
Well, then that's not good enough.
100%.
Yeah.
That's the frustration.
Yeah.
We'll talk a lot more football.
We'll talk more about this article because there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I want to get. Yeah, I'd like to get more details.
Talk about the win over Tennessee, and it was a check the boxes victory, and They did everything Billy wanted to do down there. They did against Tennessee, kind of demonstrated that the plan can work. But then, as the booster said, look, you got to stay out. You got to stay the course, even if things don't go well at Kentucky, which they didn't. And Kentucky dominated them because Kentucky knows that if you win in the trenches, you can win in the SEC. And so, anyway, we'll get into that. We'll talk more about it throughout the morning. But it's a good article if you want to read it. It's Saturday Down South. It was by a guy named Neil Blackman. He did a nice job on it. We'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling. 641-1010 right now, the number to call if you want to win the prize pack. Can you remind folks what the prize pack is, and I'll tell them to be courteous and kind?
Oh, I'm hooking up with a gift card for a free car wash at Liquid Sunshine, plus a free oil change at Tire Outlet.
Boom.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. 1010XL brings the swamp to the First Coast.
Room to run. 40, 45 midfield might be gone.
Vandy gets swamped.
Touchdown, Gators!
Florida, Vanderbilt. Kickoff at 4. Pre-game coverage starts at 1 on Jacksonville's home of Florida Gators football. 1010XL AM.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions, and it affects just about everybody. If you're 18 or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you got children, you likely want to take care of your family. Hicken here from Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not an attorney yet, but have you done your last will? It's something you have to do. It's not real comfortable, but it's got to get done. And besides getting your assets, get to the people you choose, planning can help minimize income, gift, and estate taxes too. Matt Hinson listens. He'll help you with some tough decisions, and he provides you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. Questions? Reach out to Matt, 527-1700, 904-527-1700. Offices, Jacksonville, Florida. And please, don't let the state decide your fate.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Make a crucial catch against colon cancer. Hicken here for the Borland Groover Foundation. If you're 45 or older, the ball is in the red zone to get screened. The key to surviving colon cancer, early detection and prevention. 45 is the new 50. Get screened for colon cancer now. The Borland Groover Foundation is a nonprofit organization devoted to building a healthy and equitable community that is free from colon cancer. Visit BorlandGrooverFoundation.com for more.
Hey, do you like beer?
Yeah!
What about great food and lederhosen? Then you're going to love the 4th Annual Oktoberfest at Kingmaker Brewing in Riverside. Sponsored by 1-to-1 Financial Credit Union. Kingmaker has the only Oktoberfest in Jacksonville that spans 2 whole weekends.
Fine.
September 28th to October 8th. That's 10 days of good food, great beer, and amazing local businesses. Learn more or grab VIP tickets at KingmakerBrewing.com. Oktoberfest, September 28th to October 8th. Kingmaker in Riverside. Brought to you by Jacksonville's hometown credit union, 1-to-1 Financial. Duncan.
What's in a name? Sometimes everything. Hey, Hicken here. If you've been around Jacksonville long at all, you know the name Betros, right? Synonymous with the First Coast. Betros Plumbing knows home is where the heart is. And sometimes problems they fix fast and affordably. What's in a name with Betros? It's quality, it's accountability. That's why we trust Betros Plumbing for 2 generations now. Call Betros Plumbing at 683-1968. That's 683-1968. Or find out more online at Betros Plumbing. Betros, a name you can trust.
One of college football's most storied programs.
It's a legacy of greatness. I'm RJ Saunders, and I'll take the Tomahawk to Tallahassee.
Brought to you by your local Ag Pro, your home team on 1010XL.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carline from MyBookie. If you're a veteran or rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing now for football, so check the updated lines at mybookie.ag and get your bets in to win real cash. Make sure you take advantage of their brand new cash-out system, giving you more options to bet and win all season long. If the first two legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and use the funds on another bet, or let it ride for the chance at a bigger payday. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get your bets in and start the football season off with some winners. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. When you're ready to make your first deposit, just use promo code 1010XL to grab a welcome bonus on the house. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie.
Whether you are looking for a job or an employer trying to hire, there's only one stop in Jacksonville, Remedy Staffing. Labor trends keep us guessing. As employers, the job market has been strong. So what does that mean for workers' availability? If you're interested in the workforce solutions or how the Remedy team can help you, call or text Crystal at 904-329-9802. 329-9802, Remedy Staffing.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Perfect Rag Billiards in Murray Hill is your spot to be for all your football needs. Full liquor bar, 8 pool tables, darts, and shuffleboard. Weekend specials include happy hour all day Friday to $3 seltzer Saturdays, along with wing and pitcher specials on Sunday. Watching the Jag game, $19 domestic buckets on game day. There isn't a better place to play pool, have a beer, and just kick back. Perfect Rack Billiards on Edgewood and Murray Hill. The best place in Jacks to watch sports.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
At ABBQ, they are turning up the heat on game day with a spread that'll make your taste buds do a victory dance. Football and barbecue always play together. I'm talking mouth-watering wings, juicy burgers, and tantalizing appetizers that'll keep your hunger in check as you cheer for your team. Come for the food and football, and stay for the teal-colored Jell-O shots, your destination for mouth-watering barbecue and an unforgettable game day. ABBQ, meet and drink with us.
Pre-Game Friday is brought to you by MyBookie and Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. In the Buffalo Bills, the Jaguars are aware how explosive their next opponent can be. Offensive coordinator Press Taylor says scoring is always the goal of every drive.
We always go in with the intent we're trying to score every single drive.
After his performance against the Falcons, head coach Doug Peterson likes what he has in wide receiver Calvin Ridley.
He's a tremendous worker on the practice field. He's a really good leader in the wide receiver room and on the team.
Bills QB Josh Allen, after a slow start in Week 1, has been on fire since, and Jags defensive coordinator Mike Caldwell wants him to feel the pressure.
He's a big guy that it's going to be hard for one guy to bring him down. Our plan is to get multiple guys around him and try to get him on the ground.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, so it's easy to...
Happy birthday!
Was Trevor? Trevor's birthday today?
Yeah.
Is he listening?
Happy birthday, Trev.
Yeah, I told Trev to tune in,
Listen to
man.
us on the podcast this morning, live in London. Go get him, Trev. We need to win tomorrow, big boy. One of the fun things about doing this show, as long as we haven't been in this market and had so many unique experiences along the way, is every now and then someone will hit us up on the text line with a memory of something that we hadn't thought about in a while.
Okay.
So I read this to you,
Okay.
Dan. Good morning, Jeff and Dan. I was told by Mrs. Thornton to text in and ask you guys to tell the story about Joey Nasrallah running across the Hart Bridge. What is she talking about?
Joey Nasrallah? Joey's a good dude, man. Joey, all right, so.
This is like, what, late 80s?
Yeah, this is, Joey would know.
Is Joey a Gator fan?
Yes.
Because there was a bet. Wasn't it a bet?
It was a Florida State bet. And so the payment was either Christmas Eve day or Christmas Day. And back
but
then,
they chose that day because there would be less
no
people.
traffic, nobody around.
Tell him what he had to do. He didn't just run across
He had
the
to run
Hart
across
Bridge.
it was the Main Street Bridge.
Okay, the Main Street Bridge.
And he had to do it in his underwear.
Just that's all.
Yes.
Now, thankfully, those were back in the days where just, the tighty whities were the only thing that was around. So
the boys called me and let me know. I was doing weekends.
Now, is he barefoot or does he wear sneakers? It almost seems worse if you wear sneakers. Like if I'm going to run, in my underwear across the bridge, I'd almost rather it be. It just feels weirder if I've got the sneakers.
You know, it's fun.
Sneakers and socks.
I got one more story I'm going to tell. It's amazing how you.
But that's the Joey Nasrallah story.
This is my legacy.
Oh,
stupid stuff.
Yeah,
that's my legacy in Jacksonville. I do stupid stuff. So anyway, Joey, who I've seen intermittently throughout the years, and is a great guy and a family man.
This is underwear runner.
Yeah, but we're all young dudes,
Captain
man.
Underpants.
Captain Underpants, and I show up, and he's like,
"You're working downtown at Channel 12."
I'm a weekend guy in Jacksonville. It's a great story to fill on Christmas Day. I think it's Christmas Day.
There's
I'm
nothing
pretty sure.
going.
Nothing.
By the way,
no sports.
Yeah, back in the day, Christmas Eve, Christmas, and the day after Christmas, there were no sports.
Yeah. So it's a perfect thing. So and I go out there and I do a whole thing on them. And I'm pretty sure it's Florida State. I guarantee. And Joey, I've run into through the years. And, again, we've all,
Is he about your age?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
I would say so. I've seen him at weddings. And his mom was mad at me for years.
For
God
showing
bless her. Yeah.
So you showed it, ran it on the air. Now, was this back in the day you had to censor it all? Did you have to block it at all? Or it was okay?
I ran it. And poor Joey, and so he did it, and he paid his debt. But he comes over the bridge and he sees a camera, and he's got to be like, "Oh my God!" And I don't blame him.
Now, did his boys call you and alert you? Is that what happened?
Yeah, they called and said, "Hey, Hick, we got a great story." And like I said, I've got to be. I don't know what year it is. He would know better.
It's
than me.
80s.
I think it's 80s.
I wasn't here yet.
Yeah, I think it's like 88, 89.
I mean, I've known of the story for years, but I was not here.
So last night I went to a high school football game, and I'm sitting there in stands, and a guy goes, I've told you this once before. I don't know if you remember me. And I was, how you doing? And of course, you know me. I'm not great with remembering. And he goes, do you remember Carol's Meat Market? And I go, sure I do. I go, I did a live shot in the meat freezer.
Yeah, that was for the hockey.
It was the Olympics.
Oh, that's what it was.
And I had to get Olympic fever. And so I went to the coldest place in Jacksonville. I put on a cap, and it was all freezing, and I did my show from there. And I ran into this guy. And
Was he the freezer owner?
Yeah, he's the one who let me in and let me do my thing. So great dude. So I ran into him last night.
This is the power of the drill.
What do we got?
Anything that we ever talk about, somebody was
every
there.
time.
All right. So here's Mikey, who remembers that day.
Mikey and Joey. I mean, but you guys had just moved down from Little Italy.
Mikey, what year was that?
Mikey, what do you remember?
My name's Mickey. I grew up with Joey.
Gotcha.
Went to high school with him.
Okay.
Class of '83.
Was that Kenny? Are you guys Kenny guys?
Yes, Bishop Kenny.
Yeah.
So I've known Joe for over 40 years. And a lot of therapy over it. But with that said, how it happened is they made the bet, and that was Burger's first year.
Okay.
And it just came out of nowhere, and they made the bet, and I was at that game. It was a great game, 45-30, Seminoles won.
Yeah.
They made the bet, and the funny part is, that's not the funny part is, that happened, again, the game was like December 1st, and Joey thought he'd be Mr. Tricky Man and said, I'll do it on Christmas Day. No one's going to be going over the bridge.
That is smart. Give him credit.
Yeah.
So well, it didn't turn out too smart, and that's why we called the media. And we got, his sisters had banners out there.
Yeah.
And it was a great time. But the funny part was where Miss Nasrallah really got upset was up to the time of the running, Jeff Iglesias, who was the winner, said would drop off in packages, would drop off underwears as a Christmas package for him to wear over the bridge.
Nice.
Yeah.
And the one thing I do remember about that day was, and my friend, give it to my friend Jeff Iglesias, who's a very wise man. I was thinking of this story as I was coming over. But my friend Jeff is a very wise man. I said, Joey said, let's bet next year. And I said, bet him, because this happened in 1990. In 91, that was the first wide right, and FSU had an outstanding team.
Right.
So I said, bet him next year. I mean, we're going to kill him. There's no way. Well, Jeff said, nope, I want him to be the only one to ever do that. And luckily, he didn't do it, because Florida beat
it was like 14-9 that one, right?
14-9, yeah.
So, I'd like to add one more thing, if it's possible.
Sure.
I think you guys are. I'm a 6 o'clocker, so I'm very biased towards Jeff. I think you guys are giving him a hard time. I hosted trivia shows. I know what his intent was on his picks.
Oh, there we go. This is now it comes.
And so what I would normally give people the credit. So I just like that in to make it even. You should let him have an extra pick today. And that way,
do that. We could throw it out and pick 6, I guess.
So he gets to pick 6, and you guys pick 5. But I love the show. I enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the story. Yeah.
Great story. Thank you, Mickey.
Appreciate it. I'm happy just splitting the difference and throwing it out, too. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to get into a whole.
I don't either.
I was going to say we're just going to go 1-3 and move on.
In my heart of heart, I think we should be 2-3, but I'm not going to argue it any further. It's not worth it. Get Smart John wants to weigh in quickly. That's his era of BK. Fanaticism.
He knows those boys.
Hey, John.
Good morning, Beer Guns.
Morning.
How are you?
Good.
Good. So I was there. Yes, it was 1990, and but I played softball with Joey and Ken Iglesias. I graduated. They both went to Bishop Kenny.
Yeah.
And so I knew them both. Graduated with his brother. So one thing I remember really well was, Dan, when you were interviewing Joey, he was kind of out of breath, and he was getting up, and he said, I'll never forget, he goes, I hate you all.
He did. He did.
And then that's what he said. And I was there, and it was chilly. It was chilly, but that was a lot of fun. So
Well, by the way, it must not have been 89. It was 90, they said, because 89 was the snowstorm.
Yeah.
The bridges would have been closed,
That's
right? And Christmas Day, Christmas Eve.
It was 90. It was the 45-30 game.
Thank you, John.
Mickey
We're up
said.
against the
Thanks,
quarterback
Johnny.
whisperer is warming up in the bullpen. I can see him. Very good point here on the text line, designed by Lifetime Enclosures, speaking to your Billy Napier narrative and what he must do. Guys, Billy's never win in the East Division. It goes away next year. Oh, we forgot that part. There you go, Billy. You get an extra year.
Get the pod. Win the pod. Win the pod.
Free year for everyone. This is The Drill. It's a GFL Friday. Quarterback Whisperer next.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
I know our man's going to come through. He's going to come through and make some big-time plays.
Catch the play that changed the game.
Wow! A game-changing play.
Performance Painting presents the high-performance play of the game on 1010XL. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Hey, guys. Hicken here, man. It's been hot outside this summer, man. And you know what? Inside, you can always set your temperatures and stay cooler with Bueller. Bueller Air, still locally owned, still treating their growing customer base like they're part of the family. Google them. Bueller Air, Buehler. If you don't believe me, you won't find better rated air conditioning companies in town. I trust them. I use them. And maybe you should as well. So, listen, if you have any air conditioning needs or you want it cool at night or whatever, stay cooler with Bueller.
Did you know the 2023 Honda CR-V Hybrid never needs to be plugged in? The onboard system charges the batteries for you. When you think Honda, think hybrid. Good for the environment, great for your budget. Visit your local Honda dealer to experience the CR-V of the future today.
Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling. Frank Frangie here. For 4 generations, our team has been dedicated to honest, quality auto service. Whether your vehicle needs tires, custom wheels, brake repairs, or regular maintenance, our experts will treat you like family. With our all-new Orange Park location, it's now easier than ever to get the care your vehicle needs from familiar faces at an affordable price. Visit BigChiefTire.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule an appointment today.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Mike Dempsey here for Underdog Fantasy's Pick'em Fantasy game, a super fun way to play along as you watch your favorite players. The way it works, you pick higher or lower on 2 to 5 player stats, then watch to see if your picks hit. It's that easy. If you haven't tried out Pick'em, now's the perfect time. Football season's back, and to celebrate, Underdog announced their newest special that will be running all season long. It's called 100K Sundays. Every Sunday, Underdog's going to be giving $10,000 in cold hard cash to 10 winners who play Pick'em. You can take your chance by playing along every Sunday. 1 entry equals 1 ticket. Will you be one of the winners? Find out by making your picks this football season. In total, they're going to be giving away $2 million. That's a real number. $2 million just to people who are making picks. Try it out today by downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. You must be 18 or older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-522-4700 or visit ncpgambling.org.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Arthritis is the most common cause of joint pain in America and affects more than 50 million adults. Dr. George Bari here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. For reliable diagnosis and comprehensive treatment options, come see me and the specialists at Bari Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. With more than 35 years of experience in orthopedics, our team delivers compassionate and dedicated care to relieve your pain. Set up a visit today by scheduling online or calling the office. Log on to BariOrthopedics.com with locations across Jacksonville.
This is Hayes Carline for Island Wing Company, located on Southside near Tinseltown, and our new location at Bartram Park in St. Johns County. 2 great locations offering the ultimate sports bar experience where you can stick to healthy options. Island Wing Company has a wide selection of fryer-free food. The wings are baked, not fried, with so many awesome flavors to choose from. You can also get delicious salmon, tuna, flatbreads, and tacos. With tons of spectacular TVs, dog-friendly patios, and 2 daily happy hours, Island Wings can't be beat.
Huge Glock sale going on now at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Stop in today with prices on Glock sidearms so good we can't even say it on this radio commercial. No lines, no hassle, only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
Hey Beaches area, great news for your next party. You can now buy Mystic Cornhole Company boards in stock at the Seaside Shops on 4th Avenue in Jacks Beach. Or as always, at mysticcornhole.com.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. What's better than beer? Cold beer. Put your company logo on a custom koozie. Check them out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Hello, this is Father Nicholas Lowe, and I want to talk to you about enjoying your life. So often we can go through life trying to make a living instead of making a life. Yes, it's good to be goal-oriented, but let me encourage you today that our days are numbered. We're not promised tomorrow, so go out and take time to be with your family. You'll always have your work, but you won't always have your family.
To hear more inspirational messages by Reverend Dr. Nicholas Lowe, please visit our website at stjohnthedivine.com.
The World Poker Tour will be at Best Bet Jacksonville from October 26th through November 14th. This exciting tournament series will feature 14 poker tournaments, including Event 1, $200,000 guarantee, Event 6, $300,000 guarantee, and the $1 million guaranteed main event. Don't miss out on the World Poker Tour Championship. Satellites are going on now. Visit bestbetjacks.com for more information. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Olstein Volvo. The Florida defense in the loss to Kentucky gave up 329 rushing yards. Head coach Billy Napier is looking for the Gators to rebound against Vanderbilt.
Fundamentally, we could have been better, but I think there's also an attitude to how you play defense and how you attack. It's about actions. It's about attitude.
The Bulldogs will face off next against the 20th-ranked Kentucky Wildcats. Georgia head coach Kirby Smart shared his thoughts on facing ranked and unranked opponents in the SEC.
Every team we play in the SEC is good enough to beat us. Whether they're ranked or not, I could care less.
Fresh off a thrilling 1-point road victory over rival Savannah State last Saturday, Edward Waters University looks for a happy homecoming as they host the Dragons of Lane College in another key SIAC football matchup. Kickoff is 2 p.m. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:06 and it's 72 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the quarterback whisperer, Denny Thompson.
Okay, bring it in.
Brought to you by Tyson Sound and Security, security and automation experts, and George Moore Chevrolet.
1, 2, 3.
By the way, we're going to talk quarterbacks with Denny Thompson, but my hatred for the NCAA grows as they hide behind some BS nonsense and reinstate the North Carolina receiver.
I thought you wanted him in state.
He should be. He should have been 3 weeks ago.
Well, he is now.
And they say, we found some new information. I don't understand how that doesn't bother. I mean,
Jeff just completely took the logical stance on you, and there's nothing you can.
You know what I want to do? I want to hit him with.
I don't know what to tell you. They did what you wanted them to do, and you're mad.
Yeah,
That's all.
You should be mad because it further evidences that they screwed the kid over, and then these morons come out and say, "Oh, well, we got some new information." What new information, Denny? What did they find out that allowed the kid to finally play when there's other kids who played like on 6 teams?
But you know the NCAA is done when everybody in the country now feels the freedom to just go at them.
Yeah.
Because there was a time where everybody's like, you can't go after the NCAA.
That's true.
Every coach, every announcer, there's no fear of the NCAA anymore.
What about Utah? See what they did this week?
No.
They gave every player on their team brand new trucks.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
Huh?
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that good or bad for college football?
I mean,
you're the
That's the listen. We could here's one reality of the NIL and the transfer portal that was a lie.
Yeah.
The lie was that the rich get richer. No. Parity is more. It's more even than it's ever been because of the transfer portal and because of need a quarterback, get him a Maybach. Right? I mean, look look at FSU.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Mike Norvell right now without that transfer class?
It just seems
Not
like
good.
85 Dodge Rams is a lot. That I don't know. That doesn't add up to me. I don't know, but
That's
it's
a lot.
crazy. Yeah, no, that's
like if I had a car dealership and I gave you 85, I would kind of want my name on the stadium.
Right. You're going.
I don't want like a sliver on the ribbon board.
Like, are they
in the third quarter?
These are 19-year-old dudes. Are they insuring this? Are they like running driver's license checks every week? What are we doing?
You guys ever see the movie Deeds?
Yes, I love that.
Remember at the end when he bought everybody all those same car? That's what I've envisioned Utah football parking lot right now.
Well, they had the social media thing yesterday where they all saw the trucks.
Yeah.
Now I am wondering, like, are those really the trucks? Are they all brand new? Are they?
Yeah.
Like, I need to know
Third
this.
string guy, you get a 2005, okay? It's crazy though. I mean, that's the sport that's become, and there's so much nonsense going on out there. I want to talk to you about Graham Mertz a little bit. Graham Mertz is playing great for what he's allowed to do. Is that a fair statement or no?
Yeah, but you should never make that statement more than 3 weeks in a row.
Right.
Like he should be allowed to do more if he's playing great.
Right.
That's the part I don't understand. Like if you've given this guy an assignment and he's doing well with it, don't you trust him to give him more assignments? What's the real issue? Because it can't be Graham Mertz at this point.
Okay.
Like, is it blocking? Is it receivers? What is the real issue right now with this offense? Because now it looks the same as it did last year to me.
Okay, so I saw a play, and this is why I'm glad you're here, because I can't explain it, and it makes no sense. A lot of people who know football complain about Florida's route trees, combinations. All right, and they had this was the play where last week, I think it was fourth and 4, and they ended up throwing to Boardingham, the tight end number 8. He was dragging across, and he was short of the sticks, which is another problem. Obviously, that's probably on him. You got to run past the sticks a yard, and then if you have to come back, you get the first down. You can't run short of the sticks and get tackled. But anyway, there's 3 on the left side, okay? And the running back's on the left side. There's 1 guy on the right side. And so the 3 guys, the 1 guy comes in, and he's perfect to sort of rub route screen if the running back wants to wheel out to the left, okay? but the running back doesn't wheel out to the left. The running back just goes out and sits as a safety valve, and the other three guys just kind of run all in the same area. And in the end, Mertz looks over there, and there's nothing there, and he goes to the one guy he's got a chance with, which is Boardingham on the drag, who was the inside guy on the three guys, and he's short of the sticks. But there was no, like, their point was, look, if he sets the screen for the running back and the running back wheels out, then he's got an option with him or the other guy, depending on what the safety does, and blah, blah, blah. It's all right there, but they don't. The route running, the off, which goes back to what kind of offense, what are they doing, and why most fans feel like he's going to hire an OC. He has to, because his offense is kind of predictable and not good.
I don't. No point.
What do you
so
see?
much. There's
it's a
so,
long question. I'm
yeah,
sorry,
no,
but what do you see?
There's so much about that. It's like I don't know. And I truly don't know this. I don't know what Graham Mertz can and can't do at the line of scrimmage as far as checks and protections and things like that. Because, like, that's a perfect example. 4th and 4, you could get, you're probably going to get some type of man coverage depending on the defense. But you don't know. You could get out there and look at and see they're in cover 2, they're blitzing, all that kind of stuff. Do you have the ability to check that? Because there's certain – this doesn't excuse not running routes, but there's certain concepts that a receiver will get out there and the receiver can see – oh, they're in this coverage, this ball's not coming to me.
Right.
Well, if you got 2 or 3 receivers that are ruled out because of the coverage, you probably should check the play.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, at that point, the quarterback should probably go, oh, this isn't a good play. I got one route. I got one option here.
And quarterbacks at the college level who have the experience that Mertz has probably see that.
Absolutely.
Right?
No doubt. Okay. No doubt. They walk to the line.
If
they
you
know
don't,
exactly
you probably shouldn't be playing.
They know they have a good idea what the team's in. Man zone,
right.
3-4, whatever.
Which is oftentimes why you bring a guy in motion to see if somebody runs with them, then you know they're in man.
Well, that's the other issue.
Yeah.
And that's where I was getting with this is you spend so much time motioning, shifting, all that kind of stuff that if you walk up there and you have an idea of what they're in, by the time you get done with all of it, you have no clue.
I want to ask a serious question. This sounds like a guy who's never watched a football game before. Is there not some diminishing returns when you take your best receiver and you run him, honest to God, a mile and a half back and forth across the formation, play after play after play? Xavier Henderson has more production in a half a minute at Cincinnati than he had running in that poor kid Xavier Henderson must have run a marathon last year, just running in motion every play.
No, there were a couple years ago a guy named Matt Canada, who I don't even know who. I think he's in the NFL now.
He's Pittsburgh. They hate him.
Yeah. Okay.
They hate him.
He did this in Pittsburgh. University of Pittsburgh, right, where this was all he did was it was motion, shifts, things like that, and then he got the job at LSU and it failed miserably,
right?
Because of what you're saying, like it's the SEC, you can motion, you can shift this guy. That defense is over there going, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's good. We're just going to roll this safety down.
Not to mention, you're running. I mean, again, we're running stadium steps. This dude is sprinting back and forth between plays.
This year, that's Ricky Pearsall.
You can't get into a rhythm if you've got somebody running horizontally like a freaking yo-yo all the time.
Okay.
There's 3 plays a game, Hick, where it interrupts the snap.
Oh,
in
I know.
some form or fashion, it looks clanky right off the get-go.
Well, this is another complaint. They went Wildcat on one play, and they still ran motion, and it was clunky because he's a running back. He doesn't know when to snap it because the receiver's coming through. Oh, don't hit the ball. One more question, and this is the most disheartening thing for me watching Florida football. 3rd and behind the chains, so 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, even 3rd and 11. Okay, I'm watching Georgia play Saturday afternoon after I watched Florida play. And it's 3rd and 12, okay? And Carson takes a 5-step drop, puts his back foot in the ground, scans the field, and he's got receivers all down there, and throws a 15-yarder to Brock Bowers.
Yep.
Now, Brock Bowers, I get he's unbelievable. Right. I understand. He's got other guys too.
Yeah.
But the point is, it's 3rd and 15 or 3rd and 12. We got to run 15-yard routes.
Why? And not only that, why does Georgia get that route open? And when Florida is 3rd and 15, they're going to throw it 8 yards and punt on 4th and 7.
Well, I think the main thing is Georgia feels comfortable with their protection to run multiple guys that far down the field.
That's an excellent point.
Yeah, so I think that's one thing. But the other is the dudes that they're throwing to. They got that big body guy that Carson feels comfortable with. I've had this conversation. Carson said it's very comfortable to throw to a guy that you know has that catch range.
Yeah, because he threw one, was behind him, but Bauer still caught it.
Well, that's the thing. That's one of the points Carson made to me. I was in Athens last week was you can – because these guys sense where the defense is coming from.
Right.
So some of these throws that
on
it's like,
purpose
hey –
is what you're saying.
Yeah. But there's not a lot of receivers that you feel comfortable doing that with.
Correct.
Brock is one of them.
For sure.
I don't know. I'm sure Florida has that guy, but
not like
they're
him.
not
But I get
figuring
that.
out
But
how to use him.
all right, here's along the lines of your point, and I'm referring back to this article that Neil Blackman wrote about the Gator program, and he did a lot of research. This is an SEC coach or former coach or whatever. Florida was soft under McElwain, nowhere near physical enough on the O-line. They were soft the last 2 seasons under Mullen. That Orange Bowl team was tough as hell. They'd punch you in the mouth and laugh when they were bleeding. Then they got soft and played finesse for 2 years. Look at the losses at Texas A&M, the Cotton Bowl, LSU in 2020, when they lose their edge on defense and they're cool late in the game. That type of stuff is cultural. It's not an easy fix. And soft is along the lines of going into the offensive line, because they're talking about these offensive line coaches who coached well when they had Osiris Torrance, who's a dude who's shining for the Buffalo Bills right now. But now they don't have – it's a talent game. It's Jimmy's and Joe's, right? Florida lost 3 potential starters with SEC experience in the offseason. Tarquin, that's Baselli's fault. A former 4-star, went to SC and got married. Ethan White and Josh Braun hit the transfer portal, right? And they're left with no real 4 or 5 stars, none. Damian George, who came over from Alabama, was a blue chip recruit, but they don't have these guys right now playing, so that is a noticeable concern that maybe we can't block long enough to get those routes.
Well, you think about this time last week, the reason why, at least myself, the reason why I thought that they could beat Kentucky, or they would beat Kentucky, was I wasn't
based on Tennessee.
Well, no, based on their front 7.
Yeah.
But I look at those guys; they're massive, they're deep,
they are.
And then I'll be dang if Kentucky ran 2 plays.
I know.
So I don't know. And they
didn't tackle.
They didn't tackle. They didn't get any penetration.
It was soft. That was a soft performance.
I think that's the point.
Yeah.
You see this over and over and again. And I hate to do this in relation to Florida, but you just can't help but draw comparisons with Florida State.
Right.
Because they were soft.
Sure.
Like that last couple years of Jimbo, the first couple years of Taggart, or the 2 years of Taggart, and even the first year or 2 of Norvell, they were soft. So what is it that culturally, is it turning the roster over? Is it the same coach finally getting to the guys after 3 or 4 years? I don't know what it is. If I did, I probably would be coaching somewhere and making a ton of money. But it's pretty obvious what the issue is. It's pretty obvious that once they get punched in the mouth really good one time, they have no answer at all. As long as they can stay ahead, like they did with Tennessee, and they can feel like the bully, they look good. The minute they get bullied, it's a wrap, though.
All right, talk to me about Trevor. Go ahead.
You lead into something. I'm putting together some numbers here.
Okay.
Oh, he's got some numbers.
Tell me over here working.
Tell me how he's playing.
Okay.
Based on this, because I'm confused. Trevor's on pace to throw 17 touchdown passes this year. He's got 4 in 4 games. His passer rating right now is 18th in the NFL. It's sub 90, which is unheard of at this time. Yet, Pro Football Focus, which doesn't incorporate just stats, instead grades plays and players and scenarios and situations and analytics, say that behind Tua, he's the second best quarterback in the NFL this year.
Yeah, help us understand that.
Where does the truth?
That's aggressive. I still think Trevor is a top 5 quarterback.
Is he playing like a top 5 and other things are happening to him, or is he a top 5 who's just Patrick Mahomes has games and just had one where he doesn't look like a top 5 quarterback either?
I'll go on a limb. I think he is playing like a top 5 guy. I know the stats say differently, but when I watch him, it doesn't seem like he's the issue to me.
Right.
It seems like obviously we've all beaten the offensive line to death. Like we know that's an issue, and that's a big issue. But over and above that, it just seems like there's no real fluidity with his receivers.
Okay, we saw 2 really visible examples last Sunday of guys wide open if he sees him, if he sees him in their touchdowns. One was to Ridley and one was to Christian Kirk. What's happening in those plays? Is he absolved of the burden there, or are those plays that we should be hitting if we're top 5 quarterback?
No, so if you're going to get plays downfield, you're talking about second, third read plays, right? Your first read's always going to be short. And so if I suggested earlier in the week that if I've got Calvin Ridley, he is not my first read guy. He is my third read guy because he's such a good route runner. I want to let him get a little bit of depth. I don't want to just stick him in the flats and go, hey, here's a hit.
You're not using his skill set.
Right, exactly. I'm not saying he's not your wide receiver one, but he's maybe your third read guy. I think Tyreek Hill. Trevor can't get to 2 and 3. And so when those guys pop open, he's having to move, he's having to do something else.
It's
and then
the pressure.
Right. And so then at that point, and then are we sure that 2 and 3 are actually in the spot that they were supposed to be in, or did they just kind of run to an open area? Was he looking? And maybe they are.
Yeah. Kirk's looked like it was designed, and they just got pushed off the play.
Yeah, I agree.
Ridley's not so sure.
Yeah.
2 plays that I'll talk about from Trevor. And again, every quarterback has a miss. We also have to keep that in mind, right? You're not perfect on every.
I don't know. People are completing 80% of their passes now. It's crazy.
I know, that is crazy. But the 3rd and 5, when he was forced to roll right, and he shot it to Hasty in the back of the end zone, that was wide open for a first down. You got to go get the first down running. I mean, it's easy. And that was the one where Kirk was breaking open on the left side.
Right.
But I get that if you're rolling to the right and he's over there on the left, you might not see him. I mean, he kind of broke open just as he started to scramble, in my opinion. But that one, you got – and Peterson said as much. You got to go get the first down.
Yeah.
There was another play where they were down inside the red zone, inside the 10, and we had David Garrard on the show, on the TV show Monday night, and he said that's open in the NFL. You got to make that throw, and he chose not to make that throw. And that was – so I don't – I get what you're saying, but
why
I don't
did he choose not to make it?
Well,
we don't know that.
Yeah,
and that's my point.
Fair.
That's what I'm saying. Like
right.
we don't know why he's choosing. And the Hasty one, I have sat in film rooms with pro quarterbacks before where a play like that comes up. And
they're thinking
it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. But they're thinking
that's
I
can
6.
make that throw.
Yeah, that's 6. I got that. I can do that in my sleep. But they're wrong. They got to know down and distance.
And I would say this. Kind of depends where you are. Like right now. Our offense is not, for whatever reasons, according to you, not Trevor's fault, but for whatever reasons, it's not firing on all cylinders. So first, most paramount thing is win the game. So therefore, we need points.
Yeah.
So therefore, let's take the sure things until we get back into that rhythm where now we can do what we really want to do.
Well, I'll tell you the one thing that does concern me about Trevor. I'm not a stats guy. I hate stats, but you can't deny this. What is it, 7 of the last 8? Regular season games, he's only got 1 touchdown pass.
I know. Crazy.
That, to me, there's something about that screams that maybe we're not taking enough risks. There's something that screams, right? I mean, when you have 1 touchdown pass and you throw the ball as much as they do,
right?
That, to me, is a little bit odd. I don't know. He needs to, obviously, I'm stating the obvious.
Sure.
He needs to come out and have a breakout 3 or 4 touchdown game, and everybody will.
And the offense overall is stumbling.
Yeah, it is.
Right? I mean, when you talk about his time.
But ETN had 20 carries last, and there was nowhere for him to
55
go.
yards. I know.
I don't think they want to run the ball. Like we have been talking
that's
about.
Dougie P.
Yeah, so don't run it. Like I mean, I don't think because the last 2 years we sat on here and said, man, they gave up on the run when they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
They don't want to run the ball.
Look, the only way you're going to beat the Bills is if you run it. You are not going to beat them passing the ball. They lead the league in sacks. They lead the league in interceptions.
You're not going to
they
beat
give
them
up
run
13
it 20 times for 10 yards.
That's correct. So your offensive line with this new reconfiguration is going to have to open. Now, I'm not saying that Trevor is going to have 110 yards passing. You have to throw some. But the only game they lost was the Jets game. And why'd they lose that game, gang? Because Breece Hall broke off 2 runs.
That's true.
It's all about Tua, right?
How
did the Dolphins score last week? Achane had 2 touchdown runs. The Bills are much more susceptible to the run than the pass.
Oh, I think so, too. But I also think the Jags are good enough, and this has been my point all week. The Jags are a good enough team where they shouldn't be talking about the Bills. They should just be getting as good as they can be. Like, I know that's that old coach speak of we're just going to worry about ourselves.
Yeah.
But they finally have a team configured in a way that if they are just playing at their top of their game, they should win every game.
Yeah.
So I don't – but you're right. The Bills with that, what is it, 6.2 average that they're giving up?
But that's all based off
chunk plays.
Yeah, the couple of chunk plays.
Right. But you got to stay in the game to get
the O-line. The hope here, and we haven't talked about this a ton, it's just the hope is that this offensive line shuffle is going to yield benefits immediately. That it's an upgrade. Having Cam back in the lineup, putting Walker Little, who's been a real good football player, in place of these guys that haven't played well. Hopefully it brings results right away.
Hopefully. I mean, are y'all more worried about Walker Little moving to left guard or the rust with Cam at left tackle?
I'm not really worried about either. My biggest question remains, are we sure the rookie right tackle is among the 5? Or are we playing him because he's a first-round rookie right tackle?
Right.
Which a lot of teams do, by the way.
Yeah, and you don't really have an answer for that right now.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. C.J. Stroud as good as he's looked? I mean,
Man,
he's just not backing off, right?
Yeah. Seems like it. He's not only good, he's like so confident. This guy's making throws that his anticipation is off the charts. He's fun to watch too. If you sat back and watched him play against a team,
it's amazing.
No, but watch him play against a team that you don't care about. Just watch him to watch the game, and he's phenomenal.
All right, he's the quarterback whisperer. We got the Friday 5-pack coming up next, and I will give you, on an average week, about 1.5 correct out of 5. So we'll see how that goes this week. This is The Drill. It's a GFL Friday.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Friday's the day 1010XL picks the weekend's winners.
I know the teams. I know these players.
Listen for the Otterson Wealth Advisors risk-reward picks of the week.
I know this wonderful game called football.
All day Friday on 1010XL.
Hey sports fans, it's Hayes Carline for QC Kinetics. The future of joint pain relief is here. It's QC Kinetics, advanced regenerative medicine. This is amazing stuff. If you've been told more steroids or surgery are your only options, don't be so fast. Get a second opinion and learn more about how you can harness your body's own healing agents to attack that joint pain. You've got to go see QC Kinetics. You can call to set up a free consultation at Mandarin or Ponte Vedra locations at 904-274-5522. Again, 274-5522. Imagine living your life this fall with no more pain in your knees, your hips, shoulders, back, with no drugs, no downtime, and no surgery. Look, life is about motion, and QC Kinetics is giving people their lives back with these all-natural treatments. Again, give them a call. 904-274-5522. That's QC Kinetics.
In 1958, the world was introduced to Buddy Guy. Don't miss the legend live. The Damn Right Farewell Tour. Friday, October 20th, the St. Augustine Amphitheater. Special guest, Chris Stone, Kingfish Ingram. Tickets on sale now at theamp.com. The Damn Right Farewell Tour. Buddy Guy.
Hey, Car Bravo is here. A better way to shop used vehicles with transparent pricing. Hicken here for Nimnick Buick GMC. They've joined the Car Bravo family and the only Car Bravo dealer in Northeast Florida. Car Bravo, it doesn't matter what used vehicle you're looking for because they have and certify all makes and models. Honda, Toyota, Kia, Mazda, Ford. It doesn't matter. Buying a certified used vehicle has never felt better. And for a limited time, save an additional $500 when you purchase a Car Bravo certified vehicle at Nimnick Buick GMC. And by the way, if you're looking for a used car under $20K, Nimnick has a great selection with hundreds of used cars and trucks and SUVs to choose from. Just go see the showroom right off of Phillips Highway or shop them at NimnickBuickGMC.com, NIMNICHT BuickGMC.com. They're there for you, even on Sundays. Nimnick has been in business for 82 years because they do business the right way. Family owned and operated. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Everyone's broken a phone, but not just anybody can fix one. Don't trust your phone to a fly-by-night shop. And don't try to fix it yourself. Let the experts at Batteries Plus keep you connected by replacing your screen, repairing your phone, or replacing the battery for you. Walk in anytime or make an appointment at batteriesplus.com and save $10. Trust the experts at Batteries Plus.
Whether it's a large commercial project or a multifamily property, trust All Pro Roofing for exceptional craftsmanship and unparalleled customer service. We use only the finest materials, ensuring durability and long-lasting results. Plus, All Pro Roofing now has a full siding and windows division. That's right, All Pro Roofing is not just about roofs anymore. All Pro Roofing, now your trusted partner for commercial roofing, multifamily projects, exterior siding, and windows. AllProRoofingLLC.com.
License number CCC 1327056.
CDC 060138.
He's still the Gators' all-time receiving touchdown leader.
Just so you know, we're putting together a football team.
Former Gator Chris Doering joins Dan and Jeff on the Drill Wednesdays at 8:15 on 1010XL. Brought to you by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
Are you ready for the ultimate happy hour experience? Look no further than Bellwether, downtown's undisputed champion of good times. It's Tuesday through Saturday from 4 to 7 p, with the exception on Friday when happy hour starts at 11 a.m. Rally the team and head over to Bellwether. The vibe is full and the food is unbeatable. Free parking after 6 p on weekdays and all weekend. Bellwether Restaurant, where great food and the best happy hour in town come together for an epic win. Mia here, and whether you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We are in full swing with football now, folks, so check the updated lines at mybookie.ag and get your bets in to win real cash. Make sure you take advantage of their brand new cash out system, which gives you more options to bet and win all season long. First 2 legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and use the funds on another bet, or let it ride for the chance at a bigger payday. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get your bets in and start the football season off with some winners. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for an account for free. When you're ready to make your first deposit, just use promo code 1010XL to grab a welcome bonus totally on the house. That's promo code 1010XL to claim your deposit bonus and, for a limited time, a free chip to use in the MyBookie casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie.
Denny Thompson here. Are you a home builder looking for a reliable low-voltage partner? Look no further than Tyson Sound and Security. They've been working hard with large and small builders for 15 years. Here's why they are the top choice. They will enhance your home buyer's home experience by offering custom home design appointments, and your budget stays intact while they deliver top quality services. Builders, send your plans over today to bid. Tyson Sound and Security, security and home automation experts.
At the First Coast YMCA, you'll find much more than just a gym. We offer many ways to help you be active, reach weight loss goals, and find your inner strength while you connect with your community. Family memberships at the Y include unlimited group exercise classes, childcare while you work out, and youth sports participation. It's easy to join the Y and affordable for all. Plus, the Y is a great place to meet a new circle of friends. Visit the Y near you or online at fcymca.org.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line. Now, the Friday 5-Pack, brought to you by MyBookie. Bet with the best. And Shark Coatings, Northeast Florida's expert in floor coatings.
All right, here we go. Take the baseline for a walk, keep the cymbal splashy. It's time for the Friday 5-Pack. Now playing Dan Hicken, Jeff Prosser, and the Cat. I'm going to decree this right now, so we're not going to discuss this anymore. We're giving Jeff a 1-3 week, basically throwing out the game. So he will be -6, not -7, not -5. He's at -6. Kat, you're at 5, and I'm at 4. Is that correct?
That is correct. I was okay with whatever Jeff wanted to give himself.
Okay. Well, that's where we are.
All right. Well, that's fair. We'll just do that.
I have a funny. Here's something funny though. I wanted to say I listened to Mickey tell the story about his buddy in the bridge run.
Yeah. Okay.
And I find it funny that Mickey then he gave his buddy such a hard time by calling the media to make it even worse, and then he tells us we're giving Jeff a hard time. Mickey, yes, of course we're giving Jeff a hard time. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah, Mickey, shut up. All right, here we go. So I believe I picked first last week.
Was that me then? Or?
I think it's you. I think it's Jeff. I think am I in the middle, Cat, or were you third? No, I think you're second, Cat, and I'm third. I think that's how it is.
I went second last week.
Okay, so I'll go second this week, and you'll go third. All right, Jeff, Dan, Cat, Friday 5-Pack. Jeff, take it away.
Okay, we steer clear of a few things around here.
Yes, we do.
Especially Cat, but I'm not scared.
You're going to do it.
I'm going to take Bama -1 at Texas A&M.
Okay. What are we steering clear of that?
It's a road dog,
gotcha.
home favorite.
Gotcha.
It just reeks of a Texas A&M pick on the Cat's part.
Okay. Well, maybe he'll go head-to-head with you.
Whatever. Well, then we'll see. The karmic God's little G will decide.
Am I up?
You are.
I'm going to need you to check. I'm going to need you to check the point spread on this one because I saw
NFL or is it college?
It's college.
Okay.
Blue Horseshoe. I'll get to. I'm going to take a different one. I'm going to take.
Oh, what just happened?
I'm going to take. I'm going to take Georgia at home. 14.5-point favorites against Kentucky.
Okay.
I think that The popular money will be on Kentucky. I just think that Georgia, this kid that they're playing is not a running quarterback. That guy, they ran for over 200 yards against him last week, but I think Georgia will sell out and stop Ray and trust their defensive backs against a Kentucky quarterback who's not very good. I don't think they'll score a lot of points. I think Carson Beck's playing pretty well. I like Georgia to cover that. Is it 14.5, Jeff? We'll check them afterwards. But that's where I was.
I had it at 14. I'm scrolling down right now, but yeah, I had it at 14. And
Kat, you have the honors.
14.5. It is. UGA
right.
minus 14.5.
Yep.
You get 2.
Guys, let me just say this. Shark Coat. I'm in the Shark Coatings truck here. We're heading south to Orlando to shoot a commercial. So if I drop, I have already sent my picks to each.
Have you numbered them?
I numbered them exactly. I'm just telling you, if the call drops, he has my picks. But here we go. We're going to start off, folks. You know what I love? I love home dogs. So we're starting with home dogs. Oklahoma State is plus 11.5,
Yep.
boys. I love that many points at home. I know Kansas State, obviously, they're decent. Whatever. Give me Oklahoma State at home in Boone Pickens Stadium to cover 11.5.
Okay.
And then next up, this is not going to go over well in the family.
Again.
2 weeks in a row.
Wow.
But I'm picking Notre Dame to win by 6 points, but I am getting Louisville to cover at home the 6.5.
Yeah.
Still 6.5.
You threw that extra line in just for your dad. I like that pick, by the way. Notre Dame's had 2 emotional games in a row, and Louisville's not bad, although they didn't look great offensively last week. So,
and that's why I think this is a bounce back game for Louisville and Notre Dame. Like you said, I think they're this is going to be a little bit of a letdown, but give me a Notre Dame victory by 6. My family's still happy, and I still win my pick.
Okay. I'm up next. I'm going to go with oh, gosh. I'm going to take the Cal Golden Bears against Oregon State. Cal's getting 10 points.
They're getting 10?
Yeah, plus 10.
At home, 8.5 you get.
8.5?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the numbers come down.
Sorry. You want it still?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Cal plus 8.5. Leaves me with 2.
Yep, Jeff's up.
I got 2 college here. One is going to come at you out of nowhere.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Ohio University.
Okay.
Giving 26 to Kent State. This is a fade Kent State pick.
Okay.
Wow.
Ohio U minus
That's out
26.
of the blue.
That's out of the blue. And then I'm going to take another sucker play. I bet you all the money. You know what? I need to even go to where the show. I bet you everybody and their mother, based on the history of this series, is pounding the over in Oklahoma, Texas.
Right.
It's 60.5.
Okay.
I'm looking at these 2 teams, and every game they played against a Power 5 team has resulted in less than that 60.5. You got 2 top 10 defenses meeting here. Each have given up about 10 or 12 points a game.
A lot of points.
I'm going to say it stays under 60.5.
Okay.
I tried this same logic last week with the Bills in Miami. That didn't work so well.
Did not go so well. All right, I'm coming back. And I'm going to take the LA Rams.
Plus 4?
Plus 4 against Philly.
At home, okay. Kat, you got 2?
All right, I got 2. Jeff, that big line really surprised me out of you. You're not into big lines. You're more into the sticky icky. But,
yeah, I know. I like that one.
That's surprising.
Okay.
Let's jump over to the NFL, and this one is. I don't want to upset anybody out there who's sensitive, but I'm tired of the story. I want the story to end, so I'm taking the Vikings out of a Taylor Swift spite pick here.
Yeah.
Give me the Vikings plus 3.5 at home.
I play the Chiefs.
Hopefully,
yeah.
Against Chiefs. Vikings over Chiefs. Hopefully Taylor Swift doesn't show up.
Okay. I don't think she will.
You get another one.
And then my other one, I'm going to the Red River rivalry. You already touched on it a little bit. But obviously I don't touch over-unders. And there's no more home dogs out there I like, so I'm going to go with Oklahoma. They're the dog in this one. They're plus 6. Hopefully it hasn't dropped.
5.5.
All right. I'll still take it. I'll take Oklahoma plus 5.5 in the Red River rivalry.
I like that, by the way. I think, although this is a big one for Venables, I mean, can we trust him to get up a big win? Texas has one of those already, but we shall see. All right, plus 5.5 Oklahoma. All right, Dick.
I'm going to take I got to give a big point spread. You know me, Kat. I just can't learn my lesson. But I mean, I just
loves the line.
I can't see the New York Football Giants hanging with the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins win by a couple tutties. I'm going to lay 11, I think.
12.
12. God dang, man.
It's funny. Everyone estimates they're laying or getting about a point more or less than what it really is. All right, Dolphins.
Well, I do it. I know. It changes overnight.
I got to go to my bookie. It could be different on what you're looking at sometimes. Dolphins minus, what do we say? 12. Yeah, minus 12.
Yeah. I need 2 touchdown win by Miami.
All right, I'm going to head to the NFL myself. I am going to trust the Atlanta Falcons getting back home, getting a little love from the home crowd. I'll take the Falcons minus 1.5 over the Texans in Atlanta.
That'd be
good. And I'm going to go to our division, and I'm going to trust that the Titans, even given 2 on the road, are going to be able to confuse Anthony Richardson a little bit, be able to do enough against the Colts. I still, even though the Texans and Colts are flashing, I still kind of believe in the Titans as the second-best team in the division, and maybe this week will prove me wrong. I'll take Tennessee on the road, giving 2 to Indy.
Okay. Is it me?
Yeah.
Why do you ask every time?
Why do I ask if it's me?
Yeah.
He's stalling.
There's a couple I like here, and I'm trying to figure out which ones I'm going to go with. I'm going to take Arkansas
plus 11.5
against the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
Oh, it's Ole Miss. Bro, they play Ole Miss.
Against Ole Miss.
Are you sure that's what you want, though?
Yes. That's what I meant.
Okay, I got you.
I'm good.
Yeah, that's an 11.5 point spread. So Arkansas plus 11.5. Okay. Ole Miss could be due for a little bit of letdown after that game they played last week. That's for sure. You got one more, Cat.
All right, my last pick, folks. And reminder, these picks are free, just like estimates at Shark Coatings. All of these picks and all of this betting is just for fun, like the fun you'll have on your Shark Coatings floor. Now, to the pick. Folks, there's an undefeated team out there that has played a gauntlet and beaten some of the top programs in the country. And I'm talking about the Marshall Thundering Herd. They've got wins over Gauntlet, Virginia Tech, ECU, Alabama. No, I'm sorry, that's Albany, and Connecticut. Give me Marshall, NC State on the road. They're going to cover, actually probably beat NC State, but they're going to cover the 6.5 on the road against the Wolves.
I like it.
Let me just double check the 6.5 that it's not 6 like I think I saw, but I'm not positive. Marshall, 6.5 indeed. All right, Marshall plus 6.5. That puts it to bed. E will get it out.
Well done, Cat. You stayed on the line.
Good luck to me and bad luck to you two, and we'll vet these again next week. See you, Cat.
Let's do it.
Thank you. Brought to you by Shark Coatings. We'll take a break.
And the All-Pro Roofing telephone line for sure. And I'll remind everyone it's a GFL Friday. Let's come back and match wits with Molly. Get a Googan on the phone, E. 641-1010 right now if you want to match wits with Molly. 3 games against the spread. If you win, you get 2 entries into a foursome, a free foursome on the stadium course at the end of the football season. You'll get 1 entry just for playing. 641-1010. I'll track down Molly, and let's do this. Next on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. All Jags, all NFL.
Jaguars Today from the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute studios.
Everything you need to know about your hometown team. Jaguars Today, every weekday from 10 to noon on 1010XL.
Now at Hodges Mazda, the 2023 Mazda CX-5 offers a harmonious balance of responsive handling and effortless acceleration. Lauren Brooks here. Turn heads when you lease the critically acclaimed 2023 Mazda CX-5 for only $309 a month. Plus, all vehicle purchases come with 2 years free maintenance. The sales staff works on salary, not commission, allowing Hodges Mazda to put your best interest first. That is the Hodges Mazda difference. Visit Hodges Mazda today or online at HodgesMazda.com. See dealer for details. $2,999 to a lease signing. Terms and fees for qualified lessees. 36-month lease expires October 31st, 2023.
Are you tired of having a plain and boring backyard? Really want to impress your family and friends this year? Then stop by Stone Core on Phillips Highway. Imagine hosting guests at your new outdoor kitchen, relaxing by your custom-built fireplace under a brand new pergola. Stonecore can also remodel your old pool deck and beautiful new pavers. Make your backyard wishes a reality. Visit Stonecore on Phillips Highway and let's get started at stonecore.co. We do outdoors better.
Hey, we're certainly facing some interesting economic times, and for me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Look, I'm not an expert in the economy. In fact, I'm somewhat of a rube, right? Higher interest rates, 401ks, SEP IRAs. But I do know one thing. As I move closer to retirement, I watch that money grow. And it grows because of Chris, Brian, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, and Reed Wingate. And not just me. My mom, Junie Bug, used them. Drew, my son, used them. 3 generations of Hickens. And they listen and they give us each individualized strategies. My strategy isn't the same as my young son who's 28, right? My goals become their priority. Get in the game, guys. You have a question, a financial need. ITP Partners are there to help. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Chris at ITPPartners.com. 312-9751. 312-9751. ITP Partners, my financial partners for life.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dream Finders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dream Finders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dream Finders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamFindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
All year long you'll be singing our song. Stay cooler with Bueller. At the head of our class, we make it happen fast. Stay cooler with Bueller. For heating and air, we always play fair. We make the difference 'cause we really care. Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Mia O'Brien is going to be the first woman president of the United States of America.
Catch me weekdays on XL Primetime from 12 to 3 and Tuesday nights on Helmets and Heels.
And she could run later this year even, and I would vote for her.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota on 1010XL.
Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods, and happy to report that Dandy has some brand new goodies, and they're only available at select Gate stores around town. 5 delicious new breakfast items to start your day off right. Fresh buttermilk biscuits, flaky croissants, French toast, maple waffles, all matched up with country sausage, ham, or bacon, fried eggs, and cheddar cheese. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, so go out and make yours a dandy just a little bit earlier tomorrow.
Got that hometown flavor creeping up on you, yeah.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping clients all over Florida with their construction perm loans for 34 years. Construction perm loans are not easy to find because a lot of banks and credit unions don't understand them, and therefore they don't like to do them. Well, your problem is solved. Trustline Mortgage wants to help you build your dream home. Our construction perm loans are single close, so you save money by not having to close twice, like with other lenders. Some of our construction perm loans allow you to lock in your interest rate up front. And if interest rates go down, we'll give you the better rate. We offer up to 100% VA loans, up to 96.5% for FHA loans, and up to 95% for conventional loans. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. That's 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you build your dream home. Or visit our website at TrustlineMortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing lender. MLS number 331480.
The next time you have an orthopedic injury, call Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. That's what we do. I'm Bob Arablo, president of your Jacksonville Icemen. We've been using them to take care of our athletes, and you can rely on them to take care of yours.
This is Dr. George Acevedo of Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Thanks to all of the athletes who ask us to help them get back on their feet.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Man, I'm excited for RV City at Florida, Georgia.
But RV Heaven is just down the road. Island Oaks RV Resort.
That's off exit 333, right? Past McClenny?
Yep.
Will my kids like it?
They'll love it. Tons of fall events are coming, like Hocus Pocus Night and Spooky Island Halloween, plus live music and karaoke. You can stay in a cabin right on the premises. It's way cheaper and better than a hotel.
Where can I book our stay?
Visit islandoaksrvresort.com. That's islandoaksrvresort.com.
Bud Light and everyone at Anheuser-Busch want to remind you to get home safely every time. People are counting on you, on the road and at home. Plan ahead with safe rides, and don't forget to hydrate between beers. Bud Light encourages everyone to enjoy responsibly and socialize safely.
Pre-Game Friday is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes
on 1010XL.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson. The Jaguars defense wants to be recognized as a takeaway defense, at least according to defensive coordinator Mike Caldwell.
I don't know if it's our identity, but we want it to be that.
Jags offensive coordinator Press Taylor is very aware of the challenges the return of Von Miller will present to his offense.
So we know what type of player he's capable of being. He's one of those guys that you have to be aware of. He's a game wrecker.
One of the Jaguar challenges in facing the Bills this weekend is to correct their problems on third down. Trevor Lawrence agrees this needs to be fixed.
We need to do a better job, and that's including myself. If we get a different, whether it's a front, a coverage, a pressure, whatever, we got to be able to adjust to those better in game.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We're ready to welcome you back. Match Wits with Molly. I was going to say Match Mitts with Wally. Sorry, Molly. Molly, by the way, some family strife, from what I understand, and you fired your dad as your assistant. Is that true?
I wouldn't say fired. I would say bench for right now. You know, I was getting with him, getting some help, but last week's loss, he's got to go.
He's got to go.
He's got to go.
Molly's made a change. She lost last week, which is good news for Kyle. We'll get his picks momentarily, but we let ladies first.
Yes, okay. Well, let me bring it. Is Kyle in? Let's bring Kyle
Kyle's in. He's ready.
Hey, Kyle. All right, Kyle, here's the way it's Molly's going to give 3 picks against the spread. You're going to now match her with 3 of your own different picks against the spread, unless you, the same game, different pick. If you win, you will get 2 chances in the drawing for a free foursome at the stadium course at football season's end. And just for playing, you'll get at least 1. So without further ado, here comes Molly's picks. By the way, the promotion brought to you by MyBookie.com. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime.
Yeah. Molly, we're ready for your picks without further ado, and then we're going to have to ask you some tough questions.
Okay. I'm going to take the Texans, getting 1.5 against Atlanta.
Okay. Kind of going against Jeff in the Friday 5-pack. I like
that. Which bodes very well for you, yes.
Yeah. And then I'm going to take the Eagles to cover against the Rams at 4.
That's against you, Hick. Take something Cat took, and you got to win.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take the Ravens over the Steelers at 4.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So there you go.
Molly's locked and loaded.
There we go.
What's your favorite pick, Molly? What are you most confident of those 3?
Ooh. I'm going to go Houston.
All right.
Yeah.
She likes Houston.
Yeah.
Kyle, what do you got?
This is setting up perfectly for the contest.
All right.
I like her picks, but Falcons are still higher in the power ratings out with the Vegas experts, so I'm going to go Falcons minus 1.5 at home for my first pick.
Take that, Molly.
Exact opposite on our second pick. I'm taking the Rams at home.
Woo!
This is good.
Baby Kyle.
Back. And then the last pick with the differences in the injury reports, I'm going to go Ravens minus 4. Hate laying points in a row.
Going directly against the 4. That's beautiful. Wait, did you take Baltimore? You took Baltimore.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you can't take Baltimore.
Can't take Baltimore.
I did, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on, Kyle.
Titans 1.5 then.
Titans minus 1.5 is the other one. All right.
Thank you, Kyle.
Kyle, I hope you're super smart because you have 2 of the same picks I had.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Titans and the
One of
Falcons.
mine. So, Molly, we're against you this week. I'm sorry.
All right, well, there you
All
go.
right, we'll see who wins.
Match wits with Molly.
Yeah, we're doing this for 12 weeks, so it's this week 4 or 5 already.
Yeah.
At the end of the 12 weeks, we're going to draw one winner for the grand prize, a foursome at Sawgrass, TPC Sawgrass, the stadium course. That's a value of almost $2,400, all courtesy of MyBookie.com. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime.
E?
The Jaguars are chasing the dream. Dan and Jeff get you ready for this week's opponent, brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes. They have the strongest focus on customer satisfaction.
You know, since 2014, only one official home builder of the Jags, that's Dreamfinders Homes. There has never been a London NFL game featuring two teams that made the playoffs the same season.
The year before or
Yeah.
coming up the year that ensues from the London game? Coming off of
this year.
So in other words,
one of them won't make it if they go by that.
Ouchie.
But there has never been a London game where two teams both didn't have losing records. One of them had a losing record. And this year, for the first time, 3-1 against 2-2. You remember the game back in 2015.
It's Alan Hearn sliding through the back of the end zone.
That was my London trip. 34-31 Jags.
Late score for Hearns.
1-0 in London. I retired after that.
Okay, good.
Not going back.
I should have sent you back this week.
Yeah, we need it.
I was thinking about this in the Bills Mafia. I hope those jokers are just going to every soccer game there. They'll fit right at home.
Oh, they'll have
right?
a big time.
Bills Mafia could go right through the hooligans there when Tottenham hosts, Chelsea, and they'll be right at home.
I wonder what the crowd will be like.
Did the Fulham win their game that they all went to earlier this week? Do you know?
No one knows. The Greyhounds won, I think.
You know who the Greyhounds are? Or
Yeah.
you're just making that
That's
up?
Lasso's group.
Okay. That's not real.
What do you mean? What? Richmond. The Richmond Greyhounds. They're not in the table right now, though.
Well, who? Richmond? That's because, there's a reason for that.
Man City is 6-0 and 6-1-0. They do it backwards in England. It's very hard to.
No, it's really not hard at all.
Yeah, it says wins, draws, losses. It should be wins, losses,
Fulham,
draws.
by the way, is hitting the skids. Last year, they were a very good team. They were much like the Jaguars. They had come out of non-contention, and they became, maybe not a championship contender, but certainly a top 5 or 6 team.
Mm-hmm.
This year so far, 13th. 13th in the Premier League, man.
That's not good.
Yeah, they played earlier this week. We took the whole Jaguars contingent to watch them play Chelsea.
Yeah.
No bueno. They lost 2-0.
Are they going to get relegated?
That's Carlos's team, but I'm learning about my son-in-law. He's kind of a bandwagon guy.
Is he?
He won't change teams, but if his team isn't doing any good, he'll just drop him like a bad habit. Like his interest in Chelsea has gone way down from when he first came into the fam, years ago when Chelsea was like winning the Premier League.
Well, the Buffalo Bills have made the playoffs 4 straight years. Some were suggesting that their window was closing because of the way they went out last year, lost a tough home playoff game. But they lost a wild card, lost in the AFC title game to Kansas City, and then lost the division games 2 years in a row.
That's you know what that also sounds like.
13. They've gone 10-6, 13-3, 11-6, and 13-3. Remember, they missed one game last year. Buffalo maybe ought to get a pass for last year, considering everything that they had to deal with that season.
I was going to say, you know what they seem like to me? There's teams that do this.
Yeah.
They get knocked out. They go, and then they have that year where it just all comes together and they go all the way to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like if you had to ask me to pick the team from the AFC to go to the Super Bowl this year right now, it'd be the Buffalo Bills. I think we all got kind of, anesthetized maybe to them because of the way their season ended.
Yeah.
Right? They played so bad. We just we forgot, okay, the Bills peaked. They're going to go backwards.
But after everything that happened with DeMar Hamlin and
Sure.
such,
For sure. Yeah.
And
And Diggs, right? They had some shenanigans at the end of last year. And they're also, by the way, the move to James Cook at running back has made him a better team.
He's playing well.
He's a more well-rounded, can carry it
5.3 yards a carry, almost 300 yards rushing for James Cook.
He can
right
tote
now.
it 20, 25 times a game if they get in a game like that, where Singletary never felt that way. So, they drafted this tight end, Kincaid. He's been very good. I think he's got 15, 21 catches, something like that.
Yeah.
And Dalton Knox was fine.
Yeah.
Or Dawson Knox. Which one is it? No one knows.
Dalton Kincaid and Dawson
Knox. Yeah.
In 2023, Dreamfinders became the 5th Jacksonville-based company to enter the Fortune 1000. So, pretty good stuff from Dreamfinders Homes. More on the Bills. Damian Harris is their other running back. and they have Latavius Murray as well.
Yeah.
You have been screaming about them getting a running game, and it looks like maybe they've started to find one.
Well, Cook has been the big difference. I think those other two kind of fit into the type of running backs they've had.
Josh Allen has a quarterback rating of 106 right now, and he had that terrible game against the Jets where he threw picks all over the place. Well, he's completing 75% of his passes. This is the same cat who, when he came into the league, was so inaccurate that many of us, I think us included, thought he will never be able to improve upon that. And by goodness, he sure did. Josh Allen's first year in the league, he completed 52% of his passes, 52.8. He was 169 out of 320. Remember, he'd throw like bubble screens and throw it high or into the ground. He threw 10 touchdowns and 12 picks. The next year, he threw 20 and 9 and went up to 58. Then the third year, he really blossomed. The 13 and 3 year, he was terrific. 37 and 10, 4,500 yards, 69%. Dropped to 63.3 his last 2 years. Well, this year, 74.8 out of the gates. 101 out of 135, Jeff. And he's up to 9 touchdowns in those 4 picks, and he had a bunch of them against the Jets. Josh Allen is playing at an elite level.
You can get he does have a little bit of that Favre in him, and I'm not saying he's that turnover prone, but
No.
you can sometimes get to him. He gets better with age at that.
Yeah.
When he was young, especially, he carried that thing like a loaf
12,
of bread.
9, 10, 15, 14.
Those are his picks.
Yeah, but
what does he have this
35,
year?
36, 37
Correct.
touchdown passes.
I get it, but still,
Yeah.
there's a lot of guys that have that 34, 35, 36, but have 7 or 8, the real greats.
He's on pace basically for 37, 38, and 13 picks.
Okay, well, let's give him a couple this week. You need to try and get to him. Josh Allen got to him. Our Josh Allen 3 times last time that these two teams hooked up. Because let's don't leave this. We've talked about getting the Jaguars' offense on track. Let's don't forget this part. The defense has its biggest test, even bigger than the Chiefs. The Bills' offense right now is better than the Chiefs' offense.
I think so.
Yeah, I do too.
Just based on what we've seen the last week.
Well, especially the Chiefs came here with Kelsey just coming off an injury.
The Chiefs, I'm sure, are a little frustrated. They weren't that great against the Jets. That was a very good defense they played, but still, they only scored 23 points.
Well, and the Bills.
I guess they could have scored.
Well,
in fairness to the Chiefs, they could have scored on us at the end of the game, and they could have scored on the Jets at the end of the game.
Okay, well, let's do this. We've played the Chiefs already at home, much like the Jets did. The Jets played the Bills at home. They held them to 16 in overtime.
Yeah.
So can we split the difference? Can we somehow hold this Bills team averaging 34 to 20 or 23 and try and win a game 24-20 or 26? I don't think the Jags are going to score much more than about 20, 24 points, Dan.
I don't think that'll be enough.
It doesn't feel like it will.
Me, yeah.
It's going to take some. It's going to take
the
some.
offense needs
Here's
to get going.
the problem, though.
Yeah.
We did that against Kansas City.
Yeah.
We created those turnovers. We got good field position. The offense just didn't take advantage of any of those scenarios.
Dreamfinders Homes, quality built homes in a speedy move-in process. 20-plus communities in the best locations in Northeast Florida, man. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. Get off the sideline, Jags fans, and get in the game. Dreamfinders will help you navigate your home purchase. Visit dreamfindershomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game. This is The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
1010XL is your home for play-by-play of Bishop Kenny football.
This is Coach Krause of the Bishop Kenny Crusaders. We're back on the road on Friday night at Ponte Vedra. You can listen live on 92.5 FM.
Here's what's happening in Bulldog Country. The Georgia Bulldog Report. Brought to you by Travis Cummings and the Bailey Group.
It will be a top 25 SEC showdown tomorrow in Athens. Number 20 Kentucky at number 1 Georgia.
Kentucky-Georgia is just a physical football game because they brand their football behind that, and so do we.
Kirby Smart and the top-ranked Bulldogs host number 20 Kentucky tomorrow at 7 on ESPN.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
When it comes to a new roof, you want the golden standard. Look no further than Golden Hammer Roofing and Gutters. With our unbeatable 5-year warranty, you can enjoy peace of mind knowing your roof is protected for years to come. And guess what? Our team can complete most roofs in just one day. That's right, you won't have to worry about long and disruptive construction projects.
Golden Hammer Roofing and Gutters.
Golden Hammer!
The golden standard in roofing.
Hey, this is Gunner, and joining Freedom Boat Club 5 years ago absolutely changed my life. The joy of being on the water is truly unparalleled. The places that I've been, the sandbars that I've beached at, the islands I've accessed, the fish I've caught, the restaurants I've docked at, the wakes I've skied, the sunrises and the sunsets I've watched, and the shorelines I've cruised along have created a lifetime of memories for me, for my children, for my friends, for my family, and my associates. The ease in which I can access a boat is truly laughable. I average 70 to 80 days a year on the water because of how easy it is. The staff is incredible, always ready and willing to help. The social events that the club have are always fun times. It's great to be around like-minded club members sharing stories of our water adventures. I want everyone to know how amazing the club is. I can't help talking about it. It's absolutely contagious. To say I love being a part of Freedom Boat Club would be an understatement. FBC is now rooted into the fabric of my life. Water is part of my DNA, and I will be a member for life.
FreedomBoatClub.com.
Hey Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, Green for Life.
1010XL's Friday Restaurant of the Day is Perfect Rack Billiards in Murray Hill. Open daily at 4. Catch all the NFL weekend action. Always at Perfect Rack Billiards in Murray Hill. A great place to watch football.
I-9 Sports, the way youth sports should be, and right now inviting parents to sign up for the fall and winter seasons. Registration open at i9sports.com. Ages 3 and up. Duval, Clay, St. John's. Convenient for busy families. Enter promo code 1010 for a discount.
Yo, it's your main man, E.T. And if you're a veteran or a rookie, you can bet with MyBookie. We're in full swing right now for football season, so check the updated lines at MyBookie.com and get your bets in to win straight cash, homie. Make sure you take advantage of the brand new cash-out system, give you more options to bet and win all season long. First 2 legs of your parlay hit, cash out early and use the bread on another bet. Or let that thing ride out for a chance at a bigger bag. Join the MyBookie family for an entire season filled with odds boosts, free bets, and super contests. This is the best time of the year to get in on the action. So start the football season right now as a winner. To get started, go to mybookie.ag now and register for a free account. Just use promo code 1010XL to grab that welcome bonus on the house. Again, that promo code is 1010XL.com to claim your deposit bonus. And for a limited time, get you a free chip to use at the MyBookie Casino. You can bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Malfunctions in your electrical panel can lead to hazards like fire or power outages, leaving your home at risk. So leave it to the pros and Mr. Sparky.
888-8 Your on-time electrician, Mr. Sparky of the First Coast.
Hey, it's Tony from Tony D's Pizza. If you love our pizza and pasta dishes, let us cater an event for you. Family function or office parties, we can deliver you an amazing Italian meal. Remember, it's not just pizza at Tony D's. Bay Meadows in 295.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. There's plenty on the line for Florida football when the team hosts Vanderbilt on Saturday. The Florida Gators need a win to remain in the thick of the SEC East. The loss dropped UF to 9-9 in its first 18 games under head coach Billy Napier. FSU is looking for its first 5-0 start since 2015 when the team faces Virginia Tech on Saturday. The Noles are coming off a bye week and will encounter a tough opponent in the Hokies, says FSU head coach Mike Norvell.
You look at their team, I mean, they're big, great length, speed. They really fly around, on the defensive front.
Week 7 of the high school football season features a number of top games, including Bishop Kenny at Ponte Vedra. The Sharks ended Bishop Kenny's perfect start in a classic duel last year. Get the full wrap-up on Friday Night Lights scoreboard at 10 on 1010XL. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9/11. And it's 75 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you want some good news? I'm going to give you some good news, Jaguar fans. Coach McDermott has ruled Greg Rousseau, one of their pass rushing specialists, out for Sunday's game. Meantime, Doug Peterson said optimism that Jamal Agnew will play, optimism that Zay Jones will play. Heck, Antonio Johnson will be up as well. So on the injury front, good news for the Jags, not great news for the Buffalo Bills. Also, as expected, we shall see Cam at left tackle and Walker Little at left guard. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power. We do it all. Lift Power has been providing the Southeast with all its material handling needs for more than 50 years. From lift trucks, warehouse design, docks and doors, to total warehouse design, service support, fleet management, and more. You name it, Lift Power does it. You can learn more at liftpower.com.
Now, the Otterson Wealth Advisors Risk-Reward Picks of the Week. Otterson Wealth Advisors, your goals, our expertise.
The risk-reward pick
yes,
is intended to cause you great strife.
Okay.
By the way, your friends at Otterson Wealth Advisors, they give you more rewards than risks. Here's my risk reward. I'll do it from this standpoint. The Gators are taking on Vanderbilt this weekend in the homecoming game.
Uh-huh.
Florida's given 18.5 points.
Yeah.
So my risk reward pick of the week would be take Vanderbilt. Here's what I mean.
Yeah.
Look, if you're a Gator fan, it's risky. You're picking your team to not play great this weekend.
Right.
But the reward is this. Florida should not be given 18.5 to any Division I program in the country, much less a conference team that beat them a year ago. So, yeah, the risk reward, I think Florida wins the game. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But 18.5, that seems sort of like a joke to me.
I have it on my list. The only reason I didn't take it is because it just messes with my mind when I'm watching my teams play. I don't like to bet against my teams.
I really, to be honest with you, I would
have jumped
I'd
on
go
that.
Bills 5.5, to be honest with you, if I was forced to.
I know.
But I just don't want to do it.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't either, and it's probably going to haunt us, but I would tend to agree with you. I was thinking about these rookie quarterbacks, Pros. The clear leader right now is C.J. Stroud. The clear leader.
Agreed.
Next is Anthony Richardson.
Well, especially the way he's running. His passing numbers, as you might expect, but you talked about him being a willing runner. He has been in the NFL.
Yeah.
He has been. He's got a rushing touchdown in the first 4 games.
He does.
It's like no one has done that. Or the first, whatever it is he's played.
Yeah.
He missed a game, right? A whole game?
Yeah, but Bryce Young is bringing up the rear right now, and that's a little bit
He looks it,
surprising.
too. It's amazing. You take that, he looks smaller than he did in college. His arm looks weaker than it did in college. I'm sure the accuracy is still there, but without their O-line isn't good either.
No.
And the Panthers, they put the Panthers in prime time, so I watch more of him there.
Yeah.
It's like the Trevor factor for him. That dude goes back to passing, whoosh, he's flushed out of the pocket.
75 rating. He's thrown for 563 yards, 4.9 yards per attempt. He's checked down Charlie, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. It's not good.
Agreed.
It's not good for Bryce Young. Now, you couple that with when you're watching DJ Moore last night, who played for whom last year?
The Panthers.
And then I'm watching the MVP play in San Francisco, the first quarter MVP. What's his name?
McCaffrey.
And who'd he play for?
The Panthers.
And you're looking at the Panthers, who are, what's their record?
0 and something. 1 and something.
0 and something.
0 and something.
Who the hell's running that ship?
That's fair. I think they may have changed that ship's captain a couple times in the last 5 years.
It's a little bit.
No, they have a coach.
Is that disconcerting? Where's Stewie Moore?
Yeah, that's a fair question.
Are you disconcerted about this?
You've got really good talent there. And by the way, they're about to give this D lineman the same treatment.
Brian
Burns is going to do the same thing. He's going to be playing somewhere else. By the way, Jags, trade your first-round pick right now for Brian Burns. God knows you're going to blow it.
Oh, 100%.
Right? Trade for that guy and pay him.
They should be calling Carolina every day.
By the way, do it now.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it now. Go find a guy at the trade deadline that can make a difference. I believe we got Darius midseason, no?
Yes, that was a trade deadline trade.
We need a trade deadline move to give a little bit more. You said it. Did you bring it up earlier this week, or maybe ET did in the 6 o'clock hour, one which you choose to not take part in?
Correct. And I'm tired of being
be sick,
battered for that.
Well, that's okay. I am going to be sick to my stomach. The rant will be fruitful and multiply if Leonard Floyd gets a couple on Sunday. You better not do that.
It's 3.5.
And the fact that this guy, the fact that Balky sat over there for the whole offseason and saw these relatively cheap options come off the board at D end, and to stick by your draft pick because it was yours, it better not cost the franchise this year so much as a playoff berth.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just, it felt wrong at the time, and with every passing day, it looks worse that they did not. What has Jan done? I saw him running around last night.
He had a sack last night.
Did he? The Bears haven't had hardly any.
No,
only had 2
they
going
had
in.
4 or 5 last night.
2 going in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Interesting times with, and I'll just mention this just because we're fanatics, my ball club.
Yeah. Well, didn't you see that coming?
No.
Okay.
I'm glad it did. But he gave every indication that he was fine. From day one, we're talking about Billy Epler was a GM of the Mets. They already fired Buck, who wants the Angels job, apparently, by the way. And nobody wants the Angels job because it's a dead-end job. The GM's going to get fired. They're going to blow up the Angels. But Buck wants to keep managing. I hope they give it to him. I like Buck. I didn't like Billy Epler. Billy Epler's handprints are all over this.
Yeah.
They love, Billy did great things at the trade deadline. Okay, that's fine.
I'm not going to tell you about your manager. I didn't watch every game, but I do watch the Mets more than any other team, not the Braves, and I just saw him do so many curious things I didn't like. But he's way overrated, Hick.
Yeah.
If you look at Buck Showalter, if you think of Buck Showalter, you think of being 30 years, being in the playoffs, 15 years, he's not that guy.
Yeah.
He has a good year everywhere he goes, and he tanks the rest of the time.
That's fine.
So I think you're doing the right thing. You got the new, overseer. Go get a get a new young hot manager that can resonate.
And I'd be a little bit surprised about this, but they say
Walt Weiss?
if Counsell doesn't come, it's going to be a stunner.
Well, Counsell would be.
They think they got Counsell.
Now, Counsell hasn't exactly churned out the postseason success. Although I will remind you, he did. He had the Brewers in Game 7 of the NLCS.
And by the way,
right?
Yeah.
Game 7 of the NLCS,
and they lost that 1-game wild card to the Nats the year the Nats won and they had them beat, and Josh Hader blew it, and the guy hit the single to right and it went through his legs, and they scored all those runs.
With the schedule coming out on the DS, we have found an advantage for the Braves, but only if Max Fried's finger holds up. Max Fried's been out for 2 or 3 weeks with a blister on his finger that's kind of cropped up. Max Fried, Dan, is the best pitcher in the postseason, right? I mean, not postseason pitcher. He's the best pitcher still alive.
Yeah.
He's just not been healthy this year, but his ERA going back like 2.5 years is like 2.5. He's been incredible.
Oh yeah.
And but point being, the way it sets up and the rest that the Braves have versus when the Philly series ended and the way the schedule sets up, their 2 aces, Wheeler and Nola, they're only going to be able to throw 3 times. And you can't even bring him back on 3 days rest because Nola's only going to have 2.
Yeah.
The Braves with Fried and Strider get to pitch them both on full 4 days rest.
Yeah.
That's a huge advantage if Fried is healthy.
So anyway, just to finish the thought about Epler, so he resigns out of the blue yesterday.
The GM for the Mets.
The GM for the Mets. And
I've never understood the breakdown between the president that they hired and the GM. Who's over who?
President's over the GM.
So what does the GM even do? He has to go get
the number 2 guy.
But he has to confirm. Does the president go and bake the picks, or does the GM make them and run them by the president?
No, the president is running the show.
Okay. Why it seems like you don't need both.
That was explained to Epler all along, and he was fine with it. So then out of the blue, we learned that Major League Baseball is investigating the Mets.
Yeah, they were fiddling with the injury report.
Which everybody does. But
it's a bunch of cheaters you follow.
Yeah, the great thing is somebody ratted out Epler.
Within the organization,
yes.
It has to be, right?
And so when you rat out the guy, then you have to investigate. And so they all think Buck did it on his way out because Buck and Epler, we come to find out, don't like each other because Epler wanted Vogel back in the lineup, and Buck's like, are you kidding me?
Now, there is a line of differentiation that I think needs to be ended.
So I can't wait to talk to Murph next week about the inner workings.
The front office ought not tell the manager who to play.
Well, again, apparently,
I know what happens.
In talking to Murph, right, who puts the lineup together? It's not the skipper. I'm pretty sure when talking to Murph, we've taught over and over again that it's almost always the GM. The GM
I don't like that
strongly suggests. Oh, we'll see. We'll get to
and that's fine if the GM is at every practice, if he's in the clubhouse every second. But sometimes a manager knows the.
I agree.
I don't like that. Why you have a manager?
I give you the players, you manage them.
Well, by the way, if that is going to be the case, then major league managers need to make $200,000 and just hire anyone. Get a high school skipper.
Yeah.
I mean, just as long as you know the rules.
Yeah.
I mean, do the GMs like send down signals steal here, or does the manager at least get to do that? Does the GM change pitchers, or do we still allow managers to do that?
Yeah.
Huh.
So anyway,
I have a
the baseball playoffs start tomorrow.
Yes, they do. A full 4-game stretch, and then the NL takes Sunday off.
Yeah.
The AL plays again Sunday, and then the AL takes Monday off, and the NL plays. I just hope I can come in Monday up 1-0. That's all I want, Dan. That's all I want. I have a Shazam Spotlight that would have been better served had we looked at it before the Friday 5-pack.
Oh, no.
This is a good one. I like research like this.
Okay.
The Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com. Truck guy, even if it hadn't been washed. Save on the big city prices. You have the best customer service experience you can have, and that's not always easy when you're in the market for a new auto. 6 NFL teams have yet to cover the point spread this year.
Okay.
Giants, Broncos, Bengals, Bears, who I'm assuming changed that last night.
Obviously.
Saints, and Panthers.
Okay. Well, I had the Giants losing, so that's good.
Not a lot of good teams in that list. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the Saints, the only one that could even be considered mediocre, and because the Bengals have been a bad team at 1-3. Bengals go to Arizona, man. That's a sharp game, man.
It's dicey.
I mean, the Arizona beat Dallas. Clearly, they played with San Francisco on the road. It's clear Arizona and LA aren't as bad as we thought they were. In fact, all the terrible teams, neither are the Texans. It's a hard league, man. If you would have asked before the season started, the bottom 3 in the power rankings, I think it would have been pretty near consensus. Houston, the Rams, and the Texans would have been the bottom 3, and they're not. Right? The Rams are 2-2, the Texans are 2-2, and the Cardinals have been competitive playing a tough schedule. 4 college teams have yet to cover a spread. It's different in college because the number's bigger, but you ready for this one? This one is not good news for your pick. Georgia hasn't covered a spread yet, Dan.
Really?
Georgia, Vandy. That goes against that risk-reward. Texas, San Antonio, and Illinois. Illinois, I almost picked Nebraska, and Nebraska's getting like 4 at Illinois. Bielema forgot how to coach when he left Wisconsin. That was clear.
Yeah, they're down.
That dude went to Arkansas. He failed miserably. He said, all right, we'll get him back to the Big Ten. And he's been bad at Illinois. Vandy game has gone over the total every game. So Vandy's yet to cover, and they've gone over every game. And then you've got those teams from the NFL.
All right, let's do this. Let's grab a break.
Okay, hold on a second. Just,
what?
Again, we don't speak from a point of non-expertise. From the Texan designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Phillies rested Nola and Wheeler down the stretch. They will go on 3 days in case where it's win or go home. Dem Braves fans, LOL. Okay. Hey, smart guy. Nola pitches Wednesday.
Here we go.
Can you follow along? I know that math's tough on you Philly fanatics. Nola pitches Wednesday. That's game 3. You ready? Get out your calculator. Take off your shoes, Guggen, so you can count those toes.
Oh,
you
boy.
cheese-eating greaseball.
Oh, dear.
You ready?
Oh, boy.
Nola pitches Wednesday.
Yeah.
Game 5, Hick, is Saturday.
Okay.
Now, I know Philly fan here is too damn stupid to be able to count Wednesday to Saturday. Tell me how many days rest there are between Wednesday and Saturday. Hey, Guggen, listen up. Get your calendar out, you dimwit.
Oh, no.
Count down the end of the week if you can. Oh, boy. You moron. You ready?
Oh, boy.
You ready, Dim Phil's fan?
This is going against what you said.
No, this isn't about winning the series. This is about the stupidity, the IQ of your average Philly fan. Yeah. Average Philly fan says Nola's coming back on 3 days rest. That's great, dimwit. He can have fun pitching Sunday. Learn how to count, buy a calendar, and GTH Phillies.
Goes against it a little bit. This is the drill.
Little bizzle.
They'll tell you what you need to know before that game starts. Live from Tailgaters Parking on the famous Automotive Tire and Quick Lube Kickoff Show. 5 hours before kickoff. Presented by Gatorade Fast Twitch and Clearwater Irrigation on 1010XL. The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hi, this is Dale Murray from South Georgia to Central Florida and coast to coast. The Murray Ford Superstores are still putting the customers first and cranking out the deals those big city dealers can't touch. It's no wonder everybody's driving to Murray Ford Superstore to purchase their new vehicle. It's simple. If Murray Ford Superstores doesn't have it, the manufacturer doesn't build it. Plus, you get a 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified new and pre-owned vehicle. Shazam! Holy Jesus Aruba Batman, how do we do it? There's no reason for your purchase to take all day, running around with those big city dealers and being flim-flammed with those big city prices. Nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. And we'll trade anything from aluminum cans to minivans. Be American, buy Murray Ford Superstore. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray, in Stark or Kingsland. I'll be waiting for you. And remember, at any Murray Superstore, it's all about you. Shazam!
Want even more excitement on game day? Well, it's time to get in on Prize Picks, the best way to win big on fantasy sports. Here's how it works. You pick 2 to 6 players, and then you choose who will have the better stats. If you get them right, you can win up to 25 times your cash. It's quick, it's easy to make your picks, and with fast and safe deposits and withdrawals, Prize Picks is the place to play this season. Prize Picks has awesome weekly promotions. They're the only daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy. Keeps you in the game even if one of your players goes down. So sweat it out, watch your entry update in real time, and continue the fun by making picks on second half and fourth quarter stats. Take your game day experience to the next level with Prize Picks. And right now, when you go to prizepicks.com/1010XL and use code 1010XL, Prize Picks is matching your first deposit up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/1010XL with code 1010XL for a 100% deposit match. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Men, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or PE, the medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers the most advanced treatments to eliminate ED and PE. 98% of men experience instant results on their first office visit. They're even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
Don't just take our word for it. Call Prime Men's Medical Center now for our limited time offer. Your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
Let's hit the road to the Jacksonville Fall RV Show. Thursday, October 5th through Sunday the 8th at the Jacksonville Equestrian Center. Hundreds of RVs on display. Lifestyle booths, daily door prizes, and live entertainment. Adults $10, kids under 12 free. Seniors pay half price on Thursday. First responders half price every day. It's Northeast Florida's largest RV show. Thursday through Saturday 10 to 5. Sunday 10 to 4 at the Jacksonville Equestrian Center. Parking is free.
Brackish Vodka, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, is the smoothest local vodka you can find. Made right here in Jacksonville, Florida, 100% from corn, Brackish Vodka is the local gluten-free choice. Brackish Vodka, for those that live life slightly salty, a proud partner of the Jaguars. Get your brackish Bloody Marys, $8.99 with brunch. Saturday, 10 to 2. Sunday, 10 to 3 at Copeland's of New Orleans.
Stay connected to Gainesville with the Florida Gator Report.
Join me, Taylor Dahl, as I keep a close eye on everything that happens in Gator Nation.
Brought to you by Darley's Plumbing, where quality counts on 1010XL.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Jacksonville, for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
Looking for the best deal on your next set of tires? Tire Outlet never falls flat. We offer the best selection, best quality, and the best prices on tires so that you can find the right ones for your vehicle. And with over 40 years of experience, 15 locations across Florida, and a legendary price match guarantee, you can trust that your vehicle is in great hands. Our skilled technicians are ready to maintain and repair your vehicle to keep it operating its best. Tire Outlet, wholesale prices, premium service.
Tire Outlet.
At ABBQ, they are turning up the heat this football season like no other. Picture this, 15 massive TVs strategically placed throughout the restaurant so you won't miss a single touchdown. Step into their huge outdoor area where the excitement of the game meets the fresh air. Here's the kicker, and this is a big one for me. They got the sound on blast throughout the restaurant for the whole game. Your destination for mouth-watering barbecue and an unforgettable game day. ABBQ, meet and drink with us.
The shoulder is one of the body's largest joints, prone to a variety of injuries and conditions that cause pain. Dr. George Bari here, and at Bari Orthopedics, we know an active lifestyle can lead to serious joint pain. We can help with an accurate diagnosis and treatment for a full spectrum of shoulder injuries, from arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis, or rotator cuff and labral tearing. Bari Orthopedics can help. If you or a loved one suffers from shoulder pain, don't hesitate to call or log on to bariorthopedics.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville.
Oh, you got it, man. That's my song. That's my jam this morning.
What is? Oh, look at the WMD, man. We have found them in a bunker under Baghdad. In a bunker under Baghdad. White men dancing.
Go, Dad.
I love
it. Crank it up, E.
Turns me on. I'm not gonna lie. If you look right now on the split screen, the YouTube split screen, and you see E in his little sanctuary, and you see Dan in his, a little bit of a difference. A little bit of difference.
Let myself go.
We call this two-step with Dan.
Yeah. Dan's two-arming.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not making fun. E.T., you got to get in an event.
For so long.
We got to get in an event where Mrs. P's there. Dig it out, Dan.
She got rhythm.
Mrs. P can dance now. That ain't no lie. That's not the husband saying, "Oh, my wife's a good dancer." No. Like
this,
better than any other wife that you know.
Is this Shaka Khan?
That's right.
This is Shaka Khan.
Oh,
here you go, Dan. Hold on.
I don't even.
Ain't nobody.
I don't even know this song.
No.
Nah.
Makes me happy.
What year?
Makes
This has
me
got to be like
feel
86.
this way.
What year?
You don't know this?
I got a black hole when I'm in college where I watch no TV, listen to no popular music.
This was 11 Fraternity Row, baby.
It's got to go like
Rock
it's got to
and
be
roll.
like it's got to be between 84 and 88. I'm guessing. Because that's when I abandoned all entertainment and just I don't even know what I was doing. It's all just
drugs.
Maybe a little. Just a fuzzy memory.
83.
See, I nailed it. Yeah, I nailed it. Although I did know some music in 83. That was high school, but
11 Fraternity
don't remember
Row,
that
buddy.
one. Well, good for you.
11 Fraternity
Definitely
Row.
seemed to bring out some joy in you right there.
Love it.
But I'm still kind of surprised that you don't.
I've heard it.
That's from that's a movie too.
Yeah, it's
in
like
Beverly
from
Hills
yeah,
Cop or
one of the
something?
yeah. I'm gonna go with that.
All right,
if it's
let's,
not Mr. Great Opportunity, because it sounds like it should be on that
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Speaking of music,
I'm just doing the Neutron dance.
E.
Oh, my gosh. New York City headlines just like that, brought to you by Pet Paradise. You know what a Wacky Wednesday is? You will when you go to petparadise.com. More on that when we are done.
Buddy Cop, ex-top cop, helped Bob Menendez's wife leave scene a deadly car crash without sobriety test or handing over phone.
This guy, Menendez, is the cliche of a dirty politician. He is. It's bad.
NFL star allegedly took items from ex's home, burned them while completely nude.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, wow.
You can guess who that is, by the way.
Is it Antonio Brown?
Maybe.
No, you're close, though. It's the other guy in Vegas who's lost his mind.
Chandler?
Yeah. Bottle up rage. Unhinged man attacks 3 people with glass bottle in New York City rampage that began at Midtown Whole Foods.
Do you know what there are way too many of these days? Unhinged people.
This is true.
Popular morning show host pulled from air as terrifying plot to kidnap and murder her uncovered.
I mean, plot and online threats. I mean, I get threatened with worse every morning on the text line.
Travis Kelce's mom, Donna, on meeting Taylor Swift. Quote, "It was okay.
She's lovely." Yeah, what do you think if you're Mama Kelsey? I don't care.
Canadian couple mauled by grizzly bear send final distressing message before fatal attack.
Yeah, the message is this: my God, what have we done? We're face to face with a grizzly.
The Reverend.
Honey, I told you I didn't want to come.
Moving on, Jay Cutler debuts new relationship 3 years after Kristen Cavallari divorce.
No, that doesn't do it for me at all.
Okay. Picture this: how to try the AI 90s yearbook trend taking over TikTok.
Man, but you mix AI and social media, and we are headed for an abject disaster. You heard it here first. Fearless prediction.
Oh, boy.
The War of the Worlds type thing. It's going to happen in this country. Remember that War of the Worlds, Zick?
Monkey business. Momo, the monkey, chugged beer, broke into a home while leading Indy cops on 24-hour chase.
That is my kind of monkey
Momo.
right there now. Momo. If I'm going to hang out for a night with a monkey, give me Momo every time.
Momo out you.
Yeah. I don't want one of those little nice demure monkeys wearing a diaper, climbing up on my lap, stroking my hair. No, give me Momo. Let's run, Mo.
Who is Ed Kelsey, Travis and Jason's dad? Here's what to know.
I enjoyed the story last year of the lost Kelsey brother, which wasn't real.
Clean up in aisle 6. Woman accuses Walmart of racism after she's restrained for throwing food at cop, telling him to drag me the bleep out.
Yeah, I don't think it matters what color you are in that situation. That's perpetrator. That's perpetratorism is what that is.
Life in a basket. Elite pilots prepare for camping out in the sky as they compete in prestigious ballooning race.
Yeah, camping in the sky is just not a thing.
Not for your boy.
Yeah, no, we're not going to camp in the sky. You know why? It's the sky.
My whole butt is out. Kimmy K had wardrobe malfunction just before speaking engagements.
Nod, wink, wink. Hey, Kimmy, we've seen a lot more than your butt.
Send me that link.
Just takes a click, Just takes a click.
Russia tested next-generation nuclear weapon. No enemy would have a chance of survival in attack. Putin.
Great. Something tells me then neither would Putin. That make you sigh. That's New York City headlines brought to you by Pet Paradise. I mentioned Wacky Wednesdays. You can enjoy a Wednesday of camp in the month of October for just $25. It serves a couple of purposes. One, it gives you a great opportunity to get introduced to the family at Pet Paradise. That's what they'll be for you and your pet. Modern facilities all over town, over 50 now, especially dotting the southeast. They have everything under one roof in the most modern, beautiful facilities. You know, I was always struck when I first met with the Pet Paradise people. I was there in the lobby waiting to talk to them, and pet owners started coming in with their pets. Listen, I've taken my pet to the vet before, you know, to a dog, and it's like, you know, sending them into some sort of shock. Oh, these pets came in. They're happy as get out. They see friends and family, and they're ready to go. That's kind of care, attention you get at Pet Paradise. So whether it's the veterinary care, New Day Veterinary Care, whether it's overnight boarding, play dates, learn more about Wacky Wednesdays online at petparadise.com and trust them for all your pet care providing needs.
One extra bonus one just worth the mention to talk about.
I can only imagine.
This is just along the lines of what have we become?
Mm-hmm.
I'm an NFL wife, and I'll hook you up with a player of your own. Here's how to apply.
Oh, wow.
So this lady who has a...
Now we're pimping is what we're literally doing.
She's pimping. Sharon Johnson.
Whose wife is she?
She's a Saints tight end, Jawan Johnson.
I'm sure he's happy.
We're going to start with the tight ends.
Honey, you got any boys I can pimp out?
Send in your pictures, please, and I'll set you up.
This sounds like a setup.
That's like a pimp. Yeah, anyway. We'll make the turn for home when we come back. Oof. Ooh.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. It's back-to-back in Great Britain.
Calvin Ridley against his whole team.
The Jags look to turn out the lights on the high-powered Buffalo Bills.
Lights out in London.
And that ought to do it.
Jaguars, Bills, all the way from the UK. Sunday morning at 9:30 on 1010XL.
And the Jags are going to win. The Jags are going to win.
Home of the Jaguars.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Are you afraid to buy your next car? Well, have no fear because Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet offer Beaver's not-so-scary pricing. There's no monsters popping up in your rearview mirror with Beaver's peace of mind warranties. Check out thousands of vehicles for sale online and get answers to all your questions with no tricks and all the treats. I promise our team will take away all those fears. Just come see Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville for Beaver's not-so-scary pricing.
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Shark Coatings. Gosh, I love my new garage. It's not new anymore either, by the way, but it looks new. I've had it for a couple years now, but I'm telling you what, there's nothing better that you can do to your outside of your house than get your garage coated by Shark Coatings. Go to sharkfloorcoatings.com, all right? Trust me on this. Sign up, get that free estimate. This is a gift to yourself, man, for all your hard work and grind. They'll come over, measure it up, give you a price, and you say, let's do it. Pick your pattern. The Hickens went with Pebble Beach. And then they'll get it done in one day, man. And it also forces you to clean out your garage, which is a positive. You get a 15-year warranty. It's better than the epoxy, and they get it done in one day. SharkFloorCoatings.com. You'll thank me later. SharkFloorCoatings.com.
Why live with foot or ankle pain? If you have persistent pain, numbness, tingling, burning pain on the bottom of your foot, or swelling that doesn't improve with home treatment, it may be time to see Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute. Our foot and ankle specialists have innovative new options to help you get back in the swing of things without persistent pain that slows you down. Call JOI 2000 or go to joionline.net for an appointment.
Can you say vacuum-sealed marinated meats? Head to Southern Steer Butcher. Hey, if you're out at the Furyk and Friends this weekend, make sure you stop by when you're done.
Now open in Ortega. For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
All right, gang, when you got a problem, you know what you need? You need a problem solver, and that's what my friends Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com are. In fact, they're problem solvers that come with a promise. It's prime home selling season. Right now, home buyers are actively looking, and with mortgage rates stabilizing, now is the ideal time to get your home sold for maximum dollar. Make the smart choice. Hire the agents we're recommending, Chad and Sandy Newman. Look, you may have what you think is a problem, and it's really not one at all. You want maximum equity from your home, but not sure how? Leave that to Chad and Sandy because they are making you this guarantee. Your home will be sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Lynn in Orange Park, I wanted to move to be closer to family. Heard about Chad and Sandy's success guarantee on the radio. I hired them. My home sold above list in 3 days. Call the agents we're recommending, Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com, 904-414-6200, 904-414-6200, or chadandsandy.com.
So I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $30,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $80,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition and no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted into the program, your only costs are the books and the course fees, around $700 a year.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by November 2nd.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 6, 1993, after 9 seasons, Michael Jordan announces retirement. He returns in 1995 and leads the Bulls to another 3 NBA titles.
Did you know that all graduates of Local 234's apprenticeship program are licensed journeymen? That means all plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC techs will have hundreds of hours of experience and have passed the Jacksonville City Licensed Journeyman exam. They're the best trained and safest skilled tradespeople in the industry. Don't leave yourself exposed to inadequate workmanship or even danger. Always hire a licensed journeyman. Local 234. Make the right connection. Equal Opportunity Employer.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, with answers to the questions I'm asked the most. Yes, we are local, and no, I'm not hiring an actor to read these commercials. Check us out at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
You've probably heard the saying, it's not how hard you get hit, it's whether or not you get back up. Well, I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and I have a saying of my own. If you get hit with a personal injury or wrongful death, hit back and fight to make them pay. At Hastings Injury Law, we have the experience you want if you or a loved one suffer a car or trucking accident or wrongful death. Just call 904-HIT-BACK and we'll help you get up and hit back. Office is Jacksonville.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping clients all over Florida with their construction perm loans for 34 years. Construction perm loans are not easy to find because a lot of banks and credit unions don't understand them, and therefore they don't like to do them. Well, your problem is solved. Trustline Mortgage wants to help you build your dream home. Our construction perm loans are single close, so you save money by not having to close twice, like with other lenders. Some of our construction perm loans allow you to lock in your interest rate up front. And if interest rates go down, we'll give you the better rate. We offer up to 100% VA loans, up to 96.5% for FHA loans, and up to 95% for conventional loans. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. That's 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you build your dream home. Or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing lender. MLS number 331480.
Join the face painting fun every Monday at the Ponte Vedra Woody's Barbecue, where kids eat free with a paid adult. Mondays from 6 to 8 at Woody's on Solano Road in Ponte Vedra.
At Woody's Barbecue, it's what we do.
Let's eat. Pregame Friday
is brought to you by MyBookie
and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
I'm Sam Nelson, and the Buffalo Bills, the Jaguars, are aware how explosive their next opponent can be. Offensive coordinator Press Taylor says scoring is always the goal of every drive.
We always go in with the intent we're trying to score every single drive.
After his performance against the Falcons, head coach Doug Peterson likes what he has in wide receiver Calvin Ridley.
He's a tremendous worker on the practice field. He's a really good leader in the wide receiver room and on the team.
Bills QB Josh Allen, after a slow start in Week 1, has been on fire since, and Jags defensive coordinator Mike Caldwell wants him to feel the pressure.
He's a big guy that it's going to be hard for one guy to bring him down. Our plan is to get multiple guys around him and try to get him on the ground.
At your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update, I'm Sam Nelson on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jaguars, protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. Now, the 2-minute drill, brought to you by Tire Outlet, keeping the sports world spinning with wholesale prices and premium service. Tire Outlet, Jacksonville's largest locally owned automotive repair shop.
All right, before we bring in Tony, I just want to let folks know that we have a couple tickets to give away to Bethune-Cookman football.
That's right.
Coming up at the bank.
At the bank. That's right. A pair of tickets to see Bethune-Cookman versus the Jags. Not the Jacksonville Jaguars, but the Southern Jags.
Yes.
On October 21st at Everbank Stadium.
Yeah, that's coming up in a couple weeks. So if you want to go, just 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, and he will hand you those tickets. And you can go see Bethune-Cookman. Good morning, Tone.
Good morning.
Football Friday. What's cooking today with your program? Is Tommy Mack on his way?
We'll have Tom McManus in. We'll go over our keys for how the Jags can beat the Buffalo Bills this week. And we'll do our
You got a good feel or bad feel overall? I'm asking you to pick, but what are you good, feel bad, feel indifferent? What are your thoughts?
Kind of middle of the road kind of feel to it.
All right.
To me, like it's talking about it all week, obviously. And thinking about it from this angle, where it's not unusual for teams that have a big emotional win like the Buffalo Bills did last week, right? Like that's one you circle if you're the Buffalo Bills. You got Miami coming into town. They'd scored 70 the week before.
Right.
We're reasserting who we are,
right,
in the AFC East. Now you have to travel.
Yeah.
Right? Like London is different. It's
Right.
just different for
Right.
a team trying to get ready for that. You have the emotional high of the week before. The NFL is a week-to-week league, and I think
No
a
doubt.
lot of that week-to-week part of it is this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like the emotion of one week compared
Sure.
to getting ready for the emotion of the next week. You combine that with maybe this is a game that Buffalo circles before the season starts, but I could see guys in that locker room looking at it saying, they're fine.
Yeah. I would agree.
Right? Like that kind of thing. And I do think that's a factor to some degree.
To some degree.
In this football game, which is why I'm kind of middle of the road. I think right now, I don't know how you look at it and say the Jags are better.
Mark of
than the
mature
Buffalo
teams
Bills.
are they're able to take all that in and know that they've got to prepare like there's no tomorrow. Like, it doesn't matter, man, because if you watch the Jags on tape, you're probably like you said, they're all right.
They're all right.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll just play our game. But it doesn't
Are the
work
Bills
that
a
way.
mature team?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would think they are.
Like the last couple years, have
Yeah.
they looked like a mature team?
Yeah, so-
throughout an entire season.
Yeah.
I think the Bills, as much as any good team the last 4 or 5 years
Yeah.
in the league, have been prone to
Yeah.
a big win and
Yeah.
then a letdown.
That's
right?
true.
Like that's who they've
9-6
been.
here
Right.
and 3
Are
years
they
ago.
past that yet? I don't know.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have a great show. Mike and
Thank
Tony, Jaguar State, coming up momentarily. E?
Now, today's takeaways brought to you by Key Buick GMC, where our family dealership has been helping families buy vehicles for over 50 years.
So much to take away, but I just want to give a shout out to Momo, the monkey. He's the kind of guy that if you're going to have a pet monkey you want to chug a beer with.
Sounds like a good Friday night companion to me.
And you guys can have a good time
Sure.
with Momo.
Again, BJ and the Bear.
No.
GTH. Give
No.
me Momo.
I don't
We're
need-
going down to the hot corner at the beach.
I don't
and
need-
you'll remember us tomorrow.
I don't need Buckus
Okay?
the dog.
When I take Momo out
Yeah.
on Friday night, the next day, everyone, everywhere we were, will be talking about us.
I love Momo. What are you taking away?
I'm taking away this realization that as nerve-wracking as the baseball playoffs can be, and especially with the Braves and those pesky Phillies, just to take away that the Braves do have the big pitching matchup edge here if Fried is healthy, if Fried can stay healthy, because they'll get Strider and Fried twice, and Nola's only going to pitch once because of the way the series is set up. So they go Wheeler twice, Nola once. We go Fried twice, Strider twice, in addition to the talent gap you would hope is enough.
E?
I want to give a shout out.
All right, please do.
This person, he taught me patience, and he changed my life.
Okay.
Lil Gritty turns 8 on Sunday.
Hey.
Shout out Gritty.
Shout out Gritty. His according to Gritty,
greatest all time.
3 greatest receivers all time. Number 3 was
Randy Moss.
Number 2 was Jerry Rice. And the greatest receiver, according to Gritty, of all
OBJ?
time, which backs up what we talk
Is
about.
it
all the-
OBJ?
OBJ.
Yeah, that's I love Gritty. That's so silly.
Well, have a good weekend, boys.
Have a great weekend. It's been a GFL Friday. That's Green for Life.
Oh, yeah. Take us home, E.